moment where Fallon confronted Tiffany and they looked almost identical. It was quite spooky. So they're going to be in a match. We've got Dominik Mysterio defending his North American Championship against Nathan Frazer. And I do think there's a good chance that Nathan Frazer could get that championship. He could get that championship because I think he is a very credible threat. He's someone that they've been building up as well. So I definitely think Nathan Frazer has got a good chance. As well as that, we've got Kelani Jordan taking on Lola Vice in the final of the Breakout tournament. So this is the women's final. We know that there's going to be a men's Breakout tournament starting soon. This is the women's final. I really like Kelani Jordan. I don't know that she wins. They, I think, are all in with Lola Vice. And I think Kelani Jordan might just come up short here. I think Lola Vice could get the nod and go on to win the tournament. But Kelani is going to look really good. Lola, I think, will be my pick. I think this one is probably more interesting. Is it more interesting than Dominik Nathan Frazer? Probably not. Let's do a poll on Dominik and Nathan, shall we? Who leaves as North American champion? Who leaves as North American champion? Will it be Dominik Mysterio or will it be Nathan Frazer? Nathan Frazer. Dominik or Nathan? That is in the chat right now. Kelani Lola is a very interesting one to do, though, because it could go either way. I'm leaning Nathan and I'm leaning Lola. Then we've got the NXT Championship match. Carmelo against Ilja. Ilja's not long had this. I don't think they're going to take it off him now. So I'm going to say that Ilja retains. Then we've got Thea and Jacey taking on Chelsea and Piper. It would be kind of fun to have Thea and Jacey win this in like a shock moment and then maybe book the rematch for next week and just give like Thea and Jacey a week with the title. They can always drop it again next week. I don't think we're going to do that. I think Chelsea and Piper are going to retain, but could be really fun. Could be like just for a little short thing, just to, you know, kind of create a bit of buzz. But saying that, if Nathan's going to win the North American title, I don't think we're going to change the women's tag titles, so, and the champs there. So I'm going to say Chelsea and Piper retain. But you could do like a little short 1 week thing. Then we've got Robert Stone against Bron Breakker in a match that I don't think anyone was asking for apart from Robert Stone. He definitely asked for it. And so we're getting that match. I think Bron will win. I think he wins. Robert Stone might get the victory if Von Wagner gets involved and we get a shock win and an embarrassing loss for Bron. They could go down that road. Clearly, if it's just going to be one-on-one, Bron Breakker wins. But if Von gets involved, there could be an upset. Then we've got the Creeds against Angel and Umberto. This is a tables, ladders, scares match. So there's going to be tables, ladders, stairs. There's going to be plenty of weapons and things that get involved, and probably a little bit of spookiness as well. Creeds, I would imagine, get the win, but they could put over Angel and Umberto if they're leaving. If this is the Creeds' last NXT match, they could put over Angel and Umberto as the Creeds now go off to the main roster. So quite close, that one. I could see an argument for it going both ways. You might want to keep the Creed's momentum going, but then equally, if they're leaving NXT, they don't really need a win, do they? So maybe you give it to Angel and Umberto. Obviously, we got Trick as well. We don't know who attacked Trick. There's probably a good chance that we'll find that out on this show. Jade Cargill, we obviously don't know what the situation is around Jade Cargill as well. She was actually on NXT last week. She was on the show last week. So could it be a case that we're going to be seeing her again and that she makes her presence felt again here? Could she step up to Lyra or something along those lines? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what we get tonight. The sad news is, and I do want to get to the chat, the sad news is This only dropped a couple of hours ago, by the way. Raw posted one of its lowest viewerships ever yesterday, and I gotta tell you, it felt like it on the stream as well. Like, it's sometimes hard to read when we're streaming, like, if there is a correlation to the show, but we are normally around 10,000. I think yesterday we were about 9,000, just over 9,000. There was about 800 people short of what we would normally have, which is probably around about 10%, like less than what we would normally get for the stream. And so I was anticipating it being quite a low number for Raw, because if there was loads of people watching Raw, chances are there would have been the same number of people like that joined us. But it was down yesterday. And 2 hours ago, the rating came out. It says the combination of NFL and the World Series led to Raw doing one of its lowest total viewer numbers in the history of the show. Monday's Raw averaged 1.39 viewers with a 0.43. The latter is not a bad number given the competition. Raw was 5th on cable. The show had a huge decline with men 18 to 34, as well as people over 50, but it was steady in a lot of the key demos. The Las Vegas Raiders Detroit Lions game did 6.8 million viewers. 8.3. So hang on, 6.8 on ESPN, 8.3 on ABC. Was the game being shown on two networks? So it did 6.8 on ESPN and 8.3 on ABC. The total of 15.2 is far below what Monday Night Football has been doing this season. Still, hell of a competition, that though, isn't it? The World Series averaged 8.1, which continues very disappointing numbers for this year's series. Raw was down 6% in viewers. It was down 5%, 18 to 49, and it was down 20%, 18 to 34. Raw was steady for the first 2 hours, and then there was a usual third-hour drop. The third-hour main event was Sammy against Damian, and that had 1.2 viewers. It's amongst the lowest main events ever. The numbers were expected to be way down because of competition. From 1 year ago, when Raw took place on Halloween night, there has been a decline. It was down 7% on last year. So there we go. I was expecting a bad number for Raw, and that is exactly what we've just had. So looks like they are struggling to, keep the momentum going with Raw. Raw has really struggled in recent weeks. Really has struggled. Even the show, I mean, like, when you sit and you watch the show and it's just more Cody, Sammy against Judgment Day, I mean, if we're feeling, like, burnt out from it and like, oh, my God, again, like, I don't think it's just this community that's saying that. Right? It can't just be us. It can't be that everyone else is loving it and we're going, oh, God, again. That must be a reflection or reflected across the wider community, across the WWE universe. And honestly, as much as they want to point to the competition, I think they've got to look internally. I think they've got to look at themselves. They've got to look at the show that they're putting out. And they've got to be honest in saying it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Like, you're doing boring feuds, the same boring feuds. And granted, there was a couple of things that got started, Gunther and Miz. But, I mean, is Miz the right person to be going up against Gunther? I feel like Miz would be the right person to go up against Gunther if Gunther had just won the title. If Gunther had just become Intercontinental Champion, then, all right, maybe The Miz would be a good first opponent. He's a steady hand. He's going to give you a decent match. It's going to be safe. It's going to be solid. Won't be spectacular, but it's going to be, it's going to be fine. It's going to be serviceable. It's a good first feud. I don't think it's the sort of feud that you do at this stage. So I've seen some criticism of that feud. I don't mind Miz turning face. That doesn't bother me. I don't mind giving it a go in 2023. I do question if this is the right feud for him and for Gunther, though. And then, like, you know, you've got, like, the Xia Li thing, and there was just bits, weren't there? There was just bits. There was just things that was happening which just weren't good enough, really. So, yeah, disappointing number, and there'll be plenty of people blaming external factors, but I think they probably should look internally as well. Imagine if The Miz was the one to dethrone Gunther, says Hacker of Tomorrow. Tharuka said, hopefully after Crown Jewel, Raw will start to pick up and it will have some fresher storylines. Hopefully. Do you think we will get Ilja versus Axiom in the future? There's a good chance of it. Yeah, there's a good chance of it. Still better than Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision combined, said James. Dark Angel said, I wonder what the lowest rated movie on Pornhub is. Dark Angel, that is a great question, buds. Great question. I will do research into that for you. I will try and get an answer for you tomorrow. I'll go through all the videos. I don't know if you can sort by views, but I'll see if I can find that out. I would imagine William probably already knows, and I'd imagine William's probably in the video. The titles need to change. They're getting boring, especially with Judgment Day, said Charles. Bonkers said, I want to see Chase U win all the tag belts. All of the tag belts. So, yeah, Nathan, Ilja against Axiom, it's definitely a match that we could get, you know. I can't see why, you know, if Ilja gets past Carmelo, then Axiom could definitely step up at some point. What I would say is that Axiom's really struggled with momentum. So, you know, he picks up the odd win here and there, but then it seems like not long after he gets a loss and he sort of gets knocked back down again. For some reason, we just haven't gone all in on Axiom. And for me, straight away, I'd lose the mask. I don't think the mask helps him in the slightest. I really don't. Especially considering under that mask, it's A-Kid, who, if you looked and saw A-Kid on NXT UK, he's not a bad-looking guy. He's not a bad-looking guy. It's not like we've got some fugly person under there, right? It's not that their looks are so disgusting that if we saw their face, we would instantly vomit. That's not what's happening, right? I don't know why we've put him under a mask, to be honest. I don't know why he's under a mask. But I would be very tempted to lose the full face mask. I'm not sold on the Axiom name, but then saying that, I really wasn't sold on A-Kid either. And I'm not sure. Axiom sounds like a corporation to me. Here at Axiom, we are dedicated to providing the best experience possible. Like, do you know what I mean? Axiom, it's just... I feel like they probably work in the business world. Like they're, you know, they've got like a load of people that work for them. There's maybe they do something with like oil. I don't know. Banking. But it doesn't strike me as a wrestler's name. So like I'd lose the mask. I'd change the name. Pretty much I'd change everything about it. Short of changing everything about Axiom. Yeah, I don't know. The booking needs to change. I know that much. He wins a match, then loses a match. He'll get the better of a feud. Then we won't see him for weeks on end. Like, gotta get some momentum going with Axiom, man. Gotta get some momentum going. Right, how long we got? We got 45 minutes. Yeah, happy Halloween to everyone. Days, a change is very much needed, said Smurfy Tunes. Will take a while, but I'm going to keep watching to see how it goes. Do you know what? I think I'll do the same as well. I think I'll keep watching as well. James said, Daze is a Pornhub king. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've got my lifetime membership, which was gifted to me by my parents last Christmas, which very much appreciated. You know, they've always said to me, my parents, we want to get you something that you're going to use. There's no point us wasting our money and getting you something that you won't get the benefit from. you know, we were out one day and we were sitting down enjoying a nice meal, and I said, look, I've thought about what you said. I've thought about what you said, and I really think what would benefit me the most would be a lifetime membership to Pornhub. That way I don't need to keep subscribing, and it's one less bill that I've got to worry about. And, like, you know, obviously my parents were a bit taken aback. They weren't expecting that. But I think they understood and they agreed that if I was going to get a benefit from it, why not? You know, it's better than buying a load of rubbish that you open on Christmas Day. You don't actually get use out of it. Like, you know, you play with it or whatever it might be. It goes to the back of a cupboard. And then that's it. Like, you might as well get something that you're going to enjoy. Think about it. I would urge that a lot of you out there have that same conversation that I had. Think about having that conversation with your folks about really asking for something that you would use, that you will enjoy. And I think there is an offer at the moment as well with the lifetime membership. We're not sponsored by them, but if they are watching, you know, I'd love to do some work together. I think we could really work together and come up with something quite creative. Certainly something that the internet wrestling community might not have experienced before. I think we could definitely work on a project together and maybe use, like, you know, discount codes, Wrestling Daze. Discount code Wrestling Daze will get you 5% off your lifetime membership at Pornhub. That would be good, actually. I think, like, that would be a great way of really giving back to the community for all the support that we get shown here. If we could provide something like that. So I'll get working on that, my friends. We'll see what we can come up with. But yes, happy Halloween to everyone. Happy Halloween. Jeremy said, we've got a big announcement about a big announcement about a big announcement. There is a big announcement that's coming on AEW. I don't know if you've heard this news, guys. There is a big announcement. Now, there is a lot of excitement around this. A lot of excitement. There's a lot of speculation as to what it's going to be. Really, really good. So this dropped in not that long ago, that there is going to be a big announcement made by Tony Khan. Now, I've got the tweet here. We can call it up on screen and just see if there's maybe any clues or anything that we can read into it. Look. So I'm not lying. This was Tony 2 hours ago. Tomorrow, November 1st, on TBS at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, Wednesday night, AEW Dynamite, I have an important announcement. There we go. I have an important announcement. For many brackets of us, is that needed, do you think, the of us bit? For many, tomorrow is the start of the holiday season. Okay, joking aside, did we genuinely need the of us bit? For many, tomorrow is the start of the holiday season. That's fine. That reads fine. For many of us, tomorrow is the... I don't think we need the of us. I don't want to be nitpicky. I do not want to be nitpicky, but I don't think we needed that. For many of... this is so good. The real one. What you got for us, boss? I told you people are excited. So, for many of us, tomorrow is the start of the holiday season. I've got to go up because there's an exclamation point. I'll have an important announcement for AEW fans worldwide tomorrow. I had to shout that as well because he put it all in capitals. I don't know why. I don't know why he's put it in capitals. November 1st on Wednesday Night Dynamite. No, okay, is it called Wednesday Night Dynamite? Is it called Wednesday Night Dynamite? I don't know if it's... And, like, we've mentioned November 1st at the very beginning, and we've mentioned it at the end as well. We've mentioned November 1st twice. We've mentioned Wednesday twice. We've mentioned important announcement twice. I mean, there's a lot of repetition in such a very short message, isn't there? Look at this. That ain't long at all. That ain't long yet. We've got tomorrow. I mean, and also, why did he go low case, right, to start with? Like, he kind of eased us in, didn't he? Tomorrow, November 1, right? Not first. There's no ST. Tomorrow, November 1. Like, he's talking to us, and I appreciate that. But for some reason, when we get further down, it's tomorrow! Tomorrow! We get a bit frantic, don't we? We've got tomorrow twice. We've got November 1st twice. I feel like there's only about 2 words in this message that he's just repeated. Tomorrow twice. November 1st twice. Wednesday night twice. Important announcements twice. Actually, there's 3 tomorrows. Oh my God. Look at this. There's 3 tomorrow. We've got tomorrow. How has he repeated so many words in such a short message? This is a real skill. There ain't that many words there. He's managed to use one of them 3 times and about 4 others twice in such a short space. But Tony Khan has got an important announcement. What are people saying? What have you got for us, boss? Better use of the women's division. Finally, said Mass J. Trade in Paradise says, on October 9th, we made a clear and decisive call on Axis Gold, accurately predicting the exact market bottom with our Easy Trade Pro trading indicator. Well done, guys. Great work. That is good. They're right to brag about that. They accurately predicted it, guys. Go on, lads. Excellent work. That's good. They should shout about that louder, actually. That's really good that they got that. Bang on. They properly got that. Oh, that's good. That's what we should use X for, celebrating success. This person said it's the same thing over and over and over. It's like missionary position every single night. Boom. These never miss. Let's effing go. Big chair TK. Big chair TK. Jess said, we don't care. We'll be watching NWA. Tony Khan makes another effing announcement. Can I just apologize for the language, by the way? I just want you to know that is not a reflection. That's not a reflection of me. I am just a slave to the responses, right? That does not reflect on this channel, on this stream, as me as a person, right? I would like to apologize. Just for that post player, tonight you go 1-on-1 with The Undertaker. Let's go. Congrats on the streaming deal. Mariah May or Max announcement. Dominic said, did WWE finally buy you out? KW asks, are you finally giving up cocaine? Look at that. The tears in the eyes. Oh, that'll be big. Imagine if that is the announcement, guys. I've cracked it. I'm finally moved on from cocaine. Sean said, I've helped Razors raise over 100 million. Yes. Go on, Sean. Excellent work. This is what we should be using it for. Celebrating success right there. He's raised over $100 million. Go on. I don't know why he's put it on this post, but go on, mate. That is excellent. I've never done that. I've never even raised $100. Mr. Christian said, I do hope it's about a pay-per-view where fans get a choice. #fans dream match. I do enjoy when a comment starts, I say. That seems very English. Is this person English? I say. Are you English? England! I knew it! Oh, God. I knew it. I knew they'd be from England. England? Oh, I say. Gee whiz. Prince said it's been so long since the last one. Pfft, joke's on you. It's only been about a week. This is how you fix AEW booking. Jericho should be running Dynamite, Danielson should be running Collision, and Sting should be running Rampage. Dynamite, fun, with sports entertainment feel. CJ. Who's CJ? CJ. Chris Jericho. Young Bucks. SG. Sammy Guevara. Adam Cole. MJF. Rampage. Unique and dark that focuses on talents like Sting, Danhausen, House of Black, Edge, and Darby. Collision, real wrestling, the best in the world. Will Hobbs, Osprey? Oh, probably Osprey. Bryan Danielson, Kenny, Yuta. That is how you set a standards, expectations, and give AEW a unique feel. Okay, well, look, not a bad idea, I would say. Not bad. So you're giving each show its own identity. That's fun. Splitting the roster like to fit that identity. That's you know, I ain't hating there. Although Benny is, he says best in the world and then proceeds to name Wheeler Yuta. Whatever you're smoking, I want some. And David said, best wrestlers in the world, Yuta is fine. What's the comeback on this? Yuta is a D-level player. AEW has repeatedly tried everything to make him look good, including putting him in a top faction, and he's still dull as dishwater. Mary Bannerlow. Great name. Great name. Mary Bannerlow came in and said that phrase is dull as dishwater. And oh my God, he really is. Yuta, more like useless. Oh, the comment wasn't as good, to be honest. I like the Mary Bannerlow name, though. That's good. That's good. What else we got? I don't want to stick on this too long. It's been quite fun, though. Interesting. I can't wait to hear and see what this announcement will be. AEW blog said, I cannot wait to see what this will be. Hand clap fire. Right. Max announcement incoming. What do you call a vampire's favourite fruit? A blood orange. Nice work, Carlos. Nice work. That's how you win on social media. You just sort of have your own conversation. That's nice work. It's got absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about here, but that's some good stuff. Let's go, bro. Happy Halloween. Right back? Question mark. Why Tony Khan? He's coming to AEW. Let's go. You're going to burn more pay-per-view level matches for 2,000 fans in a barn on Saturday with less than 500,000 viewers? That would be wild if he worded it that way. Smaller venues so that this doesn't keep happening. Okay, well, maybe, mabes. Tony, please, not this again. You should legally change your name to important announcement. Oh, do you know what? I could sit here and I could just go down them and I could just have such a wonderful time. Just, you know, it's just fun bants, innit? It's just fun bants. I can see that Jim Cornette is trending as well. Just whilst we're on AEW, we are going to leave this topic. So I don't know if you saw why Jim Cornette was trending, but Jeff Jarrett said he would like to get Jim Cornette to come along to AEW because they're in Louisville. Louisville? I think that's how you pronounce it. Jim Cornette responded 6 hours ago, I appreciate the invitation from real Jeff Jarrett to attend the AEW TV taping in Louisville tomorrow. I tried hard to make it work, but I couldn't find another person in town going, so we could split the 2-for-1 ticket offer, but maybe they can find another ratings ploy in time. So, a little bit of a harsh put down there by Jim Cornette. And that got him trending. Crown Jewel kickoff show has got JD McDonough against Sami Zayn this Saturday, says Adam. Dark Angel said drugs are not that bad, but when it comes to cocaine, we've got to draw a line somewhere. Yeah, and they certainly were doing that on the NWA. Dom is the best, said Humble Rumble. Christopher said, we've got Cannock Chase in the UK. I've not been there, but there's a lot of paranormal stuff that happens in the woods, in the forest. Yes. MXT is on... well, James, thank you, but I'm going to watch NXT. Miss Armour said, amen to leaving the topic. Jim said, why is Jim trending? We just read it. Is because of that response. Edward said, Daze, I'm just popping in for a quick hello, and I have DM'd you, by the way. Edward, shout out to you, my friend. Hope things going well. And I will read your message afterwards. AJG said, I've just bought a pool of Tony tears. He saw Daze was laughing at him, and then he started fearing for his life. I hired someone to make a pool of tears. I wasn't laughing at Tony. I was just pointing out that in a very short message, there was an awful lot of repetition, and then we just read some of the responses that other people had. That's all we did. Tony, if you're watching, it's all bants. That's all it is, buds. Nothing but bants. No one's laughing at Tony, are they? Come on, guys. No one's laughing at Tony. We're bigger than that. Has anyone else lost options on YouTube? I've lost the option to remove comments and block, said James. I never look for those options, so I don't know, to be honest. Maybe this could be the start, James, of you being open and just appreciating everyone for who they are. Do you think this could be the dawn of like a new James Chadwick era? Brought in thanks to changes brought about on the YouTube platform. Could be an exciting time. Dragunov against Mello, said Humble Rumble. It is Ilja against Carmelo tonight. Yes, I think Ilja wins. I think that Trick arrives. I think he accuses Carmelo, and I don't think we get the answer this week, but I think we might leave it there, and it's like, oh, tune in next week to find out more on that situation. K-pop lover said, Tony has announced he is the new janitor for WWE. Jim said, Tony is going to announce that Daze is banned from watching AEW. Joke's on him, because if I'm banned from watching it, his viewership goes even lower, doesn't it? That is, from a business point of view, not a good way forward for him. I miss the old format of Survivor Series, said Kevin. Well, Kevin, I think we are getting Raw and SmackDown, if you are referring to that. Or are you referring to, like, Survivor Series matches? We are getting War Games this year, I believe. But it does seem like we are heading towards it being Raw against SmackDown again. That's kind of going back to how it was. But if you're talking about like Survivor Series matches and just Survivor Series matches, we're probably not going back to that. Tony's here. Tony, shout out to you. Tomorrow, I have an important announcement. November 1. Tomorrow, November 1. Tony, thank you. Thank you. I Am Famous said, do you think we're going to see Nikita, Sol, Wendy, Paxley back on TV today? No. We might get one of them, but I'd be surprised if they all rock up together. Is Paxley injured, is she? I don't know where Paxley's been. I know that Wendy and Sol and Nikita have been injured, and I'm hearing that Nikita is well on the road to recovery. Miss Clown said Bamboo is underrated. Dean said, I've got a good feeling about tonight's show. James said, me, change. No, I don't change for any mother effer. He will. He will. He'll meet that special someone, won't he? And they'll change him. I can't wait for James to meet that special person. And then, like, he'll start coming in going, hello, everybody. I hope everyone's well. Please, can we all be respectful of each other? And no bad language, please. And he'll be like that, won't he? He'll be a different man. Number 1, Contenders 4-way match next Monday on Raw. Ivar, Ricochet, Bronson Reed, and The Miz. Winner gets Gunther. X Mulder said, I have an idea no one thought of. If you don't like AEW, then don't watch it. Bam, says X Mulder. That's a great idea. Are we still allowed, though, to comment on when Tony has decided he's going to do another important announcement? Or do we just have to ignore that? Just asking for a friend. I'm just asking for a friend. Are we allowed to have fun at the fact that Tony Khan is doing another announcement, right? Because I feel like it became a meme for him to do that a long time ago. And now he's announced he's doing it again. It's a very hard thing to ignore that. I wish I was bigger than that, but I'm not. I Am Famous said Paxley is not injured. She was on NXT Level Up. Guys, there we go. Tatum Paxley is not injured. She's just a little bit rubbish and she can't get onto NXT TV. William said, Daze, best part of Halloween is all the discounted, that's what they are, discounted candy tomorrow. It's all half off. Well, I am excited for you. Halloween does not really feature in my world, so I've not had any. I mean, to be honest, we've got a gate, so there ain't no one getting to our door anyway. But yeah, trick and treaters are just not part of my life. Halloween, there's no decorations. There's no trick and treaters. There's no extra candy around. There's no trips to the shops to buy candy. So it's just a bit of a non-event in my world, to be honest. But if you are partaking and going out and buying that extra candy, that reduced discounted candy, then God bless you. I hope you go crazy. Fill up your car. Take an extra car. Take 3 cars. Fill them up with all the discounted candy. Although, be very careful, because I have got excruciating pain. I am in so much pain. I have been, like, for the past couple of days. I don't know what's happened, but I feel like someone has punched me in the jaw here. I've got a horrible pain. The only reason why I'm not crying right now is because I'm actually smacked off my face on aspirin. I've been having to take, like, aspirin to try and numb the pain. But, yeah, oh God, it's like, I don't know what's happened. Something's gone wrong. And I've got, like, this, like, pain that's, like, here. And I don't know if it's because I've had a bit of dental work that's been done recently. But, I mean, I don't think it's connected. But either way, be careful. If you're going to eat loads of candy and you're going to mess up your teeth and you're going to get cavities and all this, I can tell you, not fun. So, be careful. That's you know, a word of advice from all of us here at the Wrestling Daze community. Christopher said, I would love to go to America and do some exploring. I would love to find Bigfoot. I'd have a chat in his cave and I would see if I could get an autograph. On the other hand, I would get the hell out of here and I would run back to the car, said Christopher. A. Jobson said, Reese's peanut butter cups are goated. William said, we celebrate everything over here with candy and foods. K-Pop said, this is a dentist's favorite holiday. Carlos said, root canal. No, I've got to hope. I hope not. I don't know. It's the pain is like down here. I mean, I haven't had a root canal. She did an X-ray, and she's like, right, you need 3 fillings. Nothing showed on the X-ray I had about a month ago that there was any deep, like, issues. But, yeah, it's been a problem. And I can keep it under control if I don't eat, but if I eat and I'm chewing, oh, God. It's proper, like, oh. I can only compare it to, like, a migraine. I don't have migraines. But, you know, that kind of pain that's so intense, you have to just kind of ride through it. I used to work with someone that used to get migraines. And sometimes they can be so intense, you just have to just get through them. And I've been getting that where I just have to try and get through it. So Not good, man. Not good. Big Time said no Halloween Havoc thumbnail for a second week. People will assume it's a regular episodes. Their problem, innit? Kashawn said, do you think Bryan Danielson should retire because he keeps on getting injuries? I mean, he is retiring. He said that he's going to retire when he is... I think when his daughter's 7, he's going to retire. And so he said, like, she's 6 right now, so... Yeah, I think he's got plans to call it quits some point next year. Adam said AEW has got a pay-per-view schedule for Saturday, December 30th. Tomorrow, Tony reveals the name of it. Time to hire a DMD, said Smurfy Tunes. Michael, shout out to you, buds. Days, it might be an abscess. They are blooming painful, says Kevin. Do you know what, maybe? Could be TMJ. Sounds like you might have TMJ. What's TMJ? Is that like a sex thing? Is it a sexually transmitted disease? What? Temporomandibular joints. The 2 joints that connect the lower jaw to the skull. What the flip? So what is it? What is it? The TMJs are amongst the most complex joints. They're disorder of the jaw muscles. What are treatments? Resting. I need that. Medicine or pain relievers. Relaxation and stress. Guys, I need stress management. Stop working me up. Physical therapy. Posture training. Changes to your diet. Surgery. Gee. Do you want to know, right? Do you want to know something which... this is embarrassing. Do you want to know something that might have caused it? I really don't know. I did a WWE Kids magazine review, and in it was this inflatable microphone, and I blew into it, right? And I think the way the valve works is that you blow into it, and then you stop, and then you do another little short burst. So it's like short bursts of air gradually blow the microphone up, right? I didn't know that. So what I was doing is I was going, like blowing it as hard as I could. And I could feel like my ear was like popping. And I was like, I was really trying to blow down onto the thing. And I was like, oh my God, like I proper hurt my ear. I was like, I really was like going for it. Careful. And then I realized that the better way of doing it was just like little short bursts. So maybe I've like wrecked like my jaw and my ear by blowing up this inflatable mic. I'm not even lying. I was proper like really trying to blow it up. So WWE Kids magazine might have like wrecked my jaw and might have wrecked my equilibrium, all because of an inflatable flipping microphone. Jared said, greetings, Sir Daze, from Jared Bridgewater. Jared's, shout out to you. Fantasy WWE field reporter. Oh, hello. Did I hallucinate? Or 3 or 4 months ago when I think I saw on NXT tag team manager an almost bald Jinder Mahal? Well, he is a manager, and he is a manager for Indonesia, and they've been called up to the main roster, but we haven't seen them. They keep going missing. I don't know what's wrong with them. I mean, Veer took 6 months to arrive, didn't he, when he was on his own, and now he's been put in a tag team. They've all gone flipping missing again. So, yeah, I don't know what the situation is there, but they're on the main roster. He is a manager. He is their manager, and they were in NXT. So, yeah, 3 or 4 months ago, maybe a bit longer than that. but yeah, timeline-wise, it's not a million miles out, yeah? So I'll say yes, you did see that. To fake is hard to fight the pain, said Christopher. It helps to have an air pump. Do you know what, Jim? That is so true. That is so true. It does help to have an air pump. That's the big takeaway. I hope Fallon is on TV more often, said I Am Famous. She's underrated, and we want more of her as Tiffany. Her segment was hilarious. I hope she brings it back this week for night 2 of Halloween Havoc. Chance said you wouldn't want to talk with TMJ. No, to be honest, I mean, it feels okay right now. I can I can feel like a little pain if I put my teeth together and I clench. Other than that, it's fine. When it seems to get like at its worst is if I'm eating. I had a sandwich. All I had was a sandwich earlier, and no word of a lie, after I finished eating it, I was here like, you know, it was like, I don't know if there's any women that are joining us, but it was definitely worse than childbirth. Definitely. I mean, I was incapacitated. I wasn't like on my phone texting at the same time or like, you know, calling friends going, oh, I'm giving birth or whatever. I was like properly head down, hands on the table, taking like some deep breaths. Like, it was not a joking matter at all. It was seriously like I was in a whole world of pain. So I'm not looking for sympathy or anything like that. I'm just trying to put it into perspective that it was definitely worse than what women go through. So Damien said Tiffany goes one-on-one with Fallon tonight on NXT. Boomers said Tony's announcement is going to be an announcement. Thea has been missing lots of times, says Hacker of Tomorrow. When does NXT start? 12 minutes. What did you rate Raw yesterday, said Kashawn? Probably 6.25, somewhere around that. I mean, I thought the main event was, I really like Sammy, but I don't need Sammy against Damian Priest. I don't need it. I don't need any of that kind of combination. I mean, it's been months and months and months. I thought that the Creeds had a really good match. I mean, the trick or treat street fight was what it was. The Heart Foundation thing I thought was genuinely hilarious. I thought it was really, really funny. But I think like Miz and Gunther, I didn't mind the segment. But as we said, is Miz the right person? Like, is that really the best person we can find to be feuding with Gunther right now? Xia Li and Candice was weird. I mean, that was just weird. It felt like it had a few bits going for it. It certainly wasn't a case that there wasn't stuff that happened. The DIY match, man, people were quiet for that. But then saying that, it was straight after the Alpha Academy Creeds match, which was really good. So you do this one great tag match, and then you immediately follow it with another tag match, and like people are meant to like care. It's, you know, they needed to space that out, I think. So there was some interesting bits that are on it. It was not a challenge to watch. I wouldn't say it was a disaster. I certainly don't think that show deserved to have one of the lowest ratings in Raw history. I don't think that's fair. But equally, I can't say that they really pulled out many stops. And you can't say that that was them really pushing things forward and really trying to put on a banging show. It sort of felt like, well, do you know what? We've got a lot of competition. It's the go home for Crown Jewel. All we need to do is just promote Crown Jewel, promote the key matches, and we'll worry about like doing something better next week with Raw. So I agree with what people were saying earlier. Hopefully, once we get past Crown Jewel, we'll really make some moves with Raw, and we'll really do some stuff whereby it's, you know, kind of a bit more exciting. But it wasn't a disaster because there was still plenty about it. But yeah, just it was there. It was there. It was a go home. It was not a vintage episode. Big Time said Raw trends last 7 weeks. since football started. 1.3, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, 1.4, 1.4, 1.3. People are rapidly losing interest, and Triple H seems to have no response. Smurfy, shout out to you. Appreciate it. Defcon Prime, shout out to you. Experience and more said, toy question. Ba-ba-ba. Toy question. Do you think there will ever be a dedicated toy store chain again? Walmart, Target suck. Mom-pop stores are more than retail by 10-15% markup. Well, we've got one here in the UK. It's called Smith's. That's a dedicated toy store. And even if we didn't have that, we would have the Entertainer. That's a dedicated toy store chain. It's not a Ma and Pa thing. So we've got two over here. In the US, you surely will get one. There must be a need for one. I can't believe that it is impossible for a toy store to survive and thrive in America, a place that just sells toys, you know? I mean, you would think that, like, I know that everyone buys stuff off the internet now, but you would still think that for birthdays and a place for kids to go, like a toy store where kids can go and there's a little play area and there's, like, you know, the latest figures being shown off. There's, do you know what I mean? I feel like there must be a way of making it work. There must be a way. I don't know what that way is, but yeah, I would think that there will. I mean, there's lots of rumors of Toys R Us coming back, isn't there? There's lots of talk of that. But over here in the UK, we've got Smith's and we've got the Entertainer anyway, so we already have that. Good question, though. Crown Jewel will be the last time we see Roman wrestle in 2023. Probably won't be back until the Royal Rumble, said Justin. I Am Famous says the NXT women's division is better than on Raw or SmackDown, Rampage, Dynamite, or Collision. They need to step up their games. Osnat said, does it go live on the network? No. No, because USA have paid for it, so they can't have it go live on the network. Otherwise, people wouldn't watch USA Network in America. And also, like, TNT Sports have paid for it here in the UK. So again, if it went live on the network, they wouldn't really be getting their money's worth. So these are the places you have to go to. You have to go to TNT Sports 3 today in the UK or USA Network in the US. It doesn't take long for it to go on, though. I think, doesn't it tend to go on like the next day on the network? So there's not like a long delay or anything. It's like 24 hours later it will go on there, but you can't watch it live. Gerard said, Sir Dude, Daze, that trickle street fight with Natalya and Chelsea, in my opinion, stole the whole darn show. I have watched it 3 times today already. Gerard Alexander Bridgewater, shout out to you. Inside Allen again said, what happens if TMJ is left untreated? This can result in swelling of facial muscles, muscle spasms, and even uneven muscular development in severe cases. Might cause permanent damage to the bones in the jaw. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'll have to wait. I'll have to see. I mean, like, I'll have to see if it's as bad tomorrow or if it's going to start, maybe if it starts settling down. I mean, if it ain't going to get better, I mean, thankfully it's fine with some aspirin and if I don't eat. So maybe I'll just do that for the rest of my life. I'm not going to eat and I'm just going to fill myself full of aspirin. But if I eat, then it's proper. It's not good, man. It's not good. Just listen. If there's one thing you take from this stream, please, if you are blowing up an inflatable microphone, do it in little bursts. Don't try and be a hero. Don't try and do it in one go, right? No one's going to think any more of you if you achieve it. Do it in little, short bursts, because some valves want that. They don't want you to be like constantly blowing. Little short bursts. Learn from my mistakes. Jim said Toys R Us is making a comeback in the United States. Kashawn said the Drew McIntyre video package was interesting last night. I thought it was good. I thought it was really well told. I like Seth's response as well, saying like, you know, grow up. Everyone's like got problems, like get over it. So I kind of like what he had to say, and I liked the video package. Thought it was very good. Dark Angel said, online shopping is supposed to be easier, but how is it easier than going to a store, buying something, taking it home, and using it same day? Well, if you're out anyway, so I mean, like, if you've got kids and you want to treat them, you want to take them somewhere, then, you know, can't there be these places where they're like activity centers with a shop attached to them? Can't they be like places where there's a play pit? Maybe the whole shop doesn't need to be just selling toys. Perhaps like it's 50-50 split or something. Like the back part of the store is like a play area and the front part sells toys. Perhaps you don't need the whole thing to be selling toys. I don't know. But you could make it a destination for parents to take kids and somewhere kids want to go. And kids will always want to go to a toy shop. But I don't know, could you get kids to have their parties there or something? You know, could they explore that and make money that way and also be a toy shop as well? Whether you know, you'll be able to just be a toy shop and that's it. I mean, it must work because we've got them in here. Smiths have found a way of sticking around. But from a business point of view, I don't know how they're doing. They might be struggling. I have no idea. But they're still around. They're still going, Smiths. And they've got plenty of shops. So I've got to think that if they've got it working here, why can't you get it working in America? So listen, I would hate for there to be no toy shops on the high street, but maybe it's just easier for places like Target, places like Walmart that can make their profit on beans or whatever, like mark up other things, pasta or whatever, make their money there, and they don't need the toy section as much, but it's just a little extra. And so, you know, if their toy section makes money, great. If it doesn't, it's not a problem. They make more than enough off clothes, off pasta, off coffee, off, you know, whatever else. Jesus candles, guns, I don't know, whatever you're selling, you crazy Americans. Do you think Triple H is his own worst enemy for putting Raw in the state that it's in? At some point, if you make the show feel like a rerun, there will be consequences. No, I honestly, I think he knows what he's doing. I don't think he's an idiot, right? And you would have to be an idiot if you put a show out and you keep doing like the same sort of matches and the numbers are the numbers that you've just said. There has to come a point where you would go, oh, do you know what? I need to do something different to improve that number, doesn't there? I mean, anyone would come up to that conclusion. The fact that he's not doing it, the fact that he's not changing this feud, says to me that there are reasons for him not changing it. Maybe it's because we're building towards something big at Survivor Series and he can't change it. So, you know, he's having to press forward with this, but he is kind of trapped in it. And maybe that's part of the problem. If you're going to book so far in advance, then you can't change course, you know? But either way, he is sticking with this, but he's doing it by choice. He's doing it through choice. I don't believe that he's an idiot, he's stupid, he doesn't know what he's doing or anything like that. I think there's probably a lot more going on than I think than it looks. We've had the Ghostbusters car arrive, and here is Shotzi and Scarlett. So we've had the Ghostbusters vehicle arrive. They've stepped out. And we have got... Oh, it's Shotzi again. Where is your Halloween costume? Or are you dressed as Wrestling Daze, said Trent. Yeah, I've come dressed as Wrestling Daze. If Mandy is coming to WWE, I hope Toxic Attraction get back together again, said I Am Famous. Who are you going to call? Right, we're just seeing what happened last week on night 1 of Halloween Havoc. I believe Nathan Frazer, much like Lyra Valkyria, is the end game for Dom and his North American title due to Nathan's history with Rollins. It's interesting. They looked great, said James. Rhea is in a 5-way title match this Sunday. She is. Ash Costello looks like she could be Shotzi's sister, says Shaddam. She does. She looks exactly like her. Okay, so if you are just joining us, video package as to what went down on night 1 last week. Akira Tozawa stealing that Heritage Cup. Any chance that Jade could show up and cost Bianca her match at Crown Jewel, said Justin. A chance? I mean, it's not impossible, is it? She's a woman. She's alive. She's in WWE. So there's a chance. I don't expect it to happen, but there's a chance. A. Jobson said, welcome to night 2 of NXT Halloween Havoc. Let's go. Wow, this song's still going. Still going. NXT. Why would you want to be yourself on Halloween, said Jadam. Well, it's an easy costume, isn't it? This is going to be a fantastic night, said Hacker of Tomorrow. Wow, what are we going to be starting with? That's the question. Boom. Done. And now, NXT Halloween Havoc. NXT, NXT, NXT. 3 championship matches. We've got ladders around the ringside area. It's going to be the tag match. Creeds, fresh off their victory on last night's Raw. There's the Creeds. Angel and Umberto. Okay, they're holding up. The crowd are holding up Creed brother signs. Creeds in black and pink. Reminiscent of the Hearts, but different attire. Kappa said, happy Halloween days in chat. I hope we get more Fallon, Stratton, Fifi, Henley tonight. Kappa, shout out to you. Booker T talking about the Creeds being successful on Monday Night Raw. There's a dude in the crowd, and I don't know what he's dressed up as. Maybe someone out of The Hangover? He's got black shades, red beanie, and he's got a baby in a carrier. It's not an actual baby. Fake baby. You know, one of them fake babies. Got one of them there. Jose, Real Gamer, happy Halloween. Days, always remember to be yourself unless you can be Batman, and then always be Batman. Ooh, they look good, don't they? Nice masks there by Angel and Umberto, and we are underway. They look great. They came out with like these like Mexican-inspired Day of the Dead type masks. Tables, ladders, and skirts. Ooh. We want tables. Who's that boomer in the front? There's a woman with a blue sign, and she's looking moody. She stood next to someone that's come as a Viking. Already we've had an AA. Angel is AA'd onto Umberto. They get put through a table. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. One. Still one. Right. Daze, if it was local to you or close enough to travel initially, would you be willing to do commentary or backstage interviewing for a UK-based promotion? Don't know. I did see that there was a new promotion that's just started in Starbridge, and I did send them a little tweet saying, like, I definitely want to come down. So, do you know what I mean? Starbridge is where I was born. Where I was born and raised, baby. I'd like to see there be a wrestling promotion in Starbridge. It's where Jude Bellingham's from as well. The great, you know, the best young player in the world. So, I don't know. I wouldn't rule it out, but it's not something I would be looking for. Because I don't know if you've heard, but I've got TJM or whatever it's called, and it's very painful. It's worse than childbirth, and I'm currently suffering with that. Why is NXT's production value so much better, said Zoom Station? Better than what? Better than Raw? I'm going for a Creed's win, said Hackera tomorrow. Right now we've got Umberto and Angel down. They've got a ladder on top of them. Tables, ladders, and scares. Creed's against Angel and Umberto. Oh, I've only just noticed Ivy Nile. She is dressed as... What's she dressed as? Is it some superhero thing? Another table's being set up. The lady with the blue sign is dressed as Playground Alexa. Oh, she is? Yeah, good, well spotted. She is. Perhaps that is Alexa? No way, man. Alexa Bliss. She's pregnant, isn't she? Alexa Bliss is ringside, front row, and you know they'd look after her, wouldn't they? You know, she wants to come along and get tickets. We'll get you in the front row, no problem. Playground Alexa. Good energy, said Miss Clown. I've sent you some ringside pictures. Oh, no. Right now, we've got chairs, ladders. Things are set up. Oh, Julius! Oh, clips the lower part of his back, man. That's the kind of thing that busted Shawn Michaels' back. Just clip the edge of it with his lower back. I bet Shawn Michaels had flashbacks there to Royal Rumble 98. Now, Brutus hooked. Is he going to jump back? Goes over. Oh, wow. No way, man. Brutus gets planted through that table. Some of these spots. Jeez. Great energy, yeah. I mean, really great start. Really great start. Oh, hello. Bendham's. Sent me lots of pictures, haven't you, mates? And none of them are of his genitals before anyone starts. Right? get that clear. It's all to do with figures. Oh, no, I take it back. There is one. There's one. That's all right. Thank you, Miss Clown. So, Bendhams have returned. Let's go ringside collectibles. Ringside collectibles. This match is epic, says Daniel. Both spots look painful. They did. They did. Here we go for anyone that's into Very Nice, Very Evil. There we go, Danhausen. There, look, Bendhams. Featuring top superstars from Raw and SmackDown. And a Legends pack, Stone Cold's. I think that's Stone Cold, Undertaker, Hogan, Rock. There's a Cora Jade figure coming for all you simps. Very interested in that Asuka Ultimate Edition. Let's go. Let's go. There is a B-Fab for all of you Hit Row stands. Elite top picks. Don't care. Not bothered. Not bothered. Who cares? There's some Bendhams. There's Bailey. There's someone's figure collection. Oh no. Oh, that's done well, isn't it? Oh, that's good. That's good. They've done a really good job there of this little short. Not bad. Creed Brothers are getting it in this week, said Jadam. Are we allowed to send you those types of spicy pictures? Miss Clown is, because I've seen his genitals a few times, and unsurprisingly, gold standard. I don't want to see anyone else's genitals. Probably disgusting. So, no thank you. A. Jobson said the new Thanksgiving movie looks awesome. I can't wait for that one. I don't know why they didn't put the Bruno Bendham in the Legends, said Miss Clown. I don't know. Is there a Bruno Bendham? Did I miss a Bruno Bendham? Oh, there is a Bruno Bendham? I didn't see the front of the Bruno Bendhams, did I? Oh, it's in the box set. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? Charlotte, Bruno, Rock, Cena, Roman, and Hulk Hogan. I suppose it does kind of go through the different eras. Does feel a bit of a jump to go from Bruno to Hogan. But who would you have? Pedro Morales? Probably not. Bob Backlund. Superstar Billy Graham. That would be all right, actually. Wow! Great kick there by Umberto, coming off the ropes. All guys are down in the ring at the moment. We got chairs, we got ladders. NXT, NXT, NXT. We got a woman in the crowd dressed as a nurse. Let's go. Let's flippin' go. Loads of costumes around. It's a load of people that have come dressed as if they're in Chase U as well in the crowds. Kappa said, Daze, which Power Ranger did you dress as for Halloween? I say which, because everyone was a Power Ranger once. There's no excuse. You have to have been, or Spider-Man. Well, checkmate. Unfortunately, it's not a thing. I mean, like, maybe it is now, but when I was growing up, Halloween wasn't a thing. So I never did dress up. 1, 2, and a save there by Julius. So no Power Rangers, no Pokemon. The only thing I ever remember dressing up as when I was young was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, and that was for a birthday party that I had, and that was it. And my mum made the costume, and it was only last year. No, it was ages ago. But that's the only thing I remember dressing as. Whoa! Massive power bomb into the wooden ladder. Wow! Oof. That's brutal. It's still brutal. Bang! Ah! It looks... Oh, man. These spots look brutal. These spots look like they're going to end your career. Like, is it really worth it? Not even for the title. Shot coming into the midsection there by Brutus. Julius goes to the outside. Brutus with a chair. And again, right to the midsection. Here we go. They've got the ladder. Oh, he's going to put it on and do the swinging round thing. So he spins round in the middle of the ring, and that's a silly spot, that is. It's funny, isn't it? Because we do matches like this that are really fun, and some of the spots are absolutely brutal. We can't help ourselves. Can't help ourselves but put a stupid spot like that in. He's got it, and he's spinning around in the middle. Who's going to approach him? Just stand and watch him. Or do that, get a chair and chuck the chair at it or something. But seeing people, like, trying to walk up to him and get knocked down, you're like, come on, man. If you're going to do a serious match, do a serious match. If you're doing a comedy match, do a comedy match. Don't try and do both. Julius goes over the top to the outsides. Julius going underneath the ring, and we're getting another table. And the table being introduced, another table being introduced. Julius Creed has got some horrific marks on his back. The ladder is kicked out the ring. The table is being set up. His back looks horrible, said Jonathan. Let's see what spot we've got here then. Booker T says he's loving it. We've gone out the ring. There's bits of table scattered all around the ringside area. Julius getting into the ring. He's grabbing a hold of Umberto. He's got Umberto up. Angel stopping Brutus from climbing up. 20 minutes have been given over to this. We did have a long video package as well, though. Big shot there by Brutus. Umberto and Angel are fighting back. We got Creed chants by the fans. Angel goes flying to the outside through a table. Brutus is climbing up. Umberto is still in position. 2 tables behind him. A Brutus ball. Umberto gets driven through the tables. 2, 3. It's a big, messy opening match full of wild spots, brutal-looking spots. And it has certainly energized the NXT universe. What's Ivy come as? I don't know what she is. I love Halloween Havoc, said Marlon. What makes it so special? What if Raw and SmackDown do the same? Spooky matches, spin the wheel. Could that be nice, said Marlon. Yeah, it could be good. Certainly would have given last night's Raw a bit more of an identity, but to be honest, they were a lot more focused on building Crown Jewel, weren't they? If last night had been like a Halloween Havoc type thing, it may have got in the way of the build for Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel is what we're focused on the main roster. We're not focused on anything in NXT. This is what we're focused on. I suppose their feelings are, if you like this kind of thing, well, we're giving it to you. Right, we're doing Luigi boards. Oh, someone's hand. Who's this? Ah, it's the Spooky Sisters. Kaylee Ray, Isla Dawn. You too. Let us take over. So, what? Shotzi and Scarlett are just like, yeah, all right, you can take over now. Let's fill this night with mischief and havoc. Let's go. Okay, I'm down for that, but it's a bit weird how Shotzi and Scarlett have just gone, all right then, yeah, you can be in charge now. Bye. Tiffany walks away. Tiffany Stratton goes one-on-one with Fallon Henley next. Boom. I could live without never seeing Shotzi wrestle again, but outside of that, she's great. She's killing every outfit. Easy mode, said Kappa. Awesome match. Pretty brutal, said Thomas. I Am Famous said, do you think we're going to revisit the feud between Nikita and Lash Legends? I don't think so. Serious Gaming said, a faction with those four could be somewhat great. Shotzi and Scarlett must have run out of costumes, said Gerald. I would be the same. Why stick around to be Papa Shongoed, said Smurfy Tunes. I must admit, I was looking at Shotzi and Scarlett and I was like, man, you could probably do them as a tag team. You know, maybe Scarlett keeps letting the team down because she's not done loads of wrestling in WWE. I think she's done a bit outside, but she hasn't done loads of wrestling in WWE. So she could keep letting the team down, and Shotzi could be like training and working, and then they could start winning. And like, you could definitely do a story with them. Plus, they're great friends. They're doing this YouTube series where they are doing this spooky stuff. So yeah, I sort of look at that and I think, well, you know, there's definitely something there that you could tap into. So I wouldn't be against seeing them as a tag team and keeping them together as a tag team and having Shotzi work with Scarlett, tell a story of trying to improve their wrestling. They can start getting a bit of a win streak, go after the women's tag titles. Shotzi can wrestle, said James. Why isn't NXT acknowledged on the main roster? Why doesn't Tozawa bring the Heritage Cup with him? Well, I think it is acknowledged on the main roster, but not in all areas. So, like, for example, we've had Lyra appear on the main roster. Obviously, we've had the belts appear, like Dominik carries the North American title and Becky carried the women's title. It's not like they arrived and they didn't have their NXT belts. It's not like we haven't been having different people from NXT go to the main roster. And, you know, so we do acknowledge it. But, like, Akira is in Alpha Academy. So it probably doesn't really make much sense to have him with the... I mean, you could have had it in the background easily, which would have been a nice detail. But it was probably more that on the main roster, the story with Akira is him trying to fit in with Alpha Academy. Don't really need him to have the Heritage Cup. And whereas down here, you know, we're just doing a little summit where he's stolen it and now Noam Dar's going to want to get it back. I agree. It would have been nice for, like, consistency just to have had it in the background, but it's not the end of the world, is it? It's not hard to believe that he stole it and he just keeps it in his house rather than having it, dragging it around. I mean, it's big. It's big, isn't it? I also wouldn't want to drag it around, to be honest. It's a big flipping cup. So it's probably just in his spare room. Do you know what I mean? Probably in his bath. Daze, I loved Halloween Havoc. What made it so special? Oh, we read that. Shotzi was funny on the Boogeyman video, said Alex. That was a great match, but why call it tables, ladders, and scares? Spookiness. Spooky. Don't think, did we do anything spooky? I don't know that we did we? Spookiness. Smurfy said, it's a step up from Akira chasing around the 24/7 title. Bembo said Akira wouldn't have had it anyway. Remember, he hid it in a haunted house. I don't remember that, no. But maybe that was a bit I missed. He hid it in a haunted... Oh, I do remember a haunted house. Now you've said that, actually. Oh, here's Jacey. I made mistakes. I've done a lot of unspeakable things. I've enjoyed watching people suffer. And I like it. I had to go through my own pain to get where I am today. I'm only human. I made mistakes. Peers, friends, strangers stab me in the back. Is it me? Am I the problem? I'm not asking for forgiveness. I know there's a darkness inside of me. Now, there's no strings on me. Maybe you're the kind of person that believes in fairy tales, but then maybe you're not. Not bad. I like the talk of him having darkness inside of him. I like that. I like that. Right, here we go. Here's Fallon Henley, and she is come out as Fallon Henley. Tiffany attacks her from behind, and we're underway. Grudge match. So there we go. Fallon against Tiffany. Fallon going into the ring post. She gets picked up. Oof. Rammed leg first. Tiffany is, lovely figure four. Figure four, draping figure four by Tiffany. It's a pre-match attack, which might mean that we don't get this match this week. Tiffany blows a kiss. I'm back. Did you miss me? Doodles. Right, Noam Dar coming up next. That's it. So it doesn't look like we're getting that match, unfortunately. He loves it. Booker's loving it. Booker's having such a great time. Okay, here we go. Haunted house. Here is Metaphor. They're dressed as Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo and Thelma, Wilma, all the gang. Noam's dressed as Scooby-Doo. Oro is dressed as Shaggy. How do you want to get in? Door, the gate's open. This is going to be awful, isn't it? This is going to be... This got awful written all over it. It's going to be... I would imagine parts of it are going to be fun. They cannot help themselves when it comes to these Halloween specials. Okay. We've got some woman jumping out, going, "Ugh," and that scared them and they ran off. Is it time for an Akira jump scare? It's probably going to be a lot of jump scares. The cup's in there. Let's go. So they're going over. They're going to enter the haunted house. Please be good. At least be funny. Thank you. Okay. If Lash Legend is dressed as Velma, she has failed. So Winston said, this is so awful. Okay, they're going inside. They're entering the haunted house. There's skulls in a cage. Oro said, let's stay together. I feel like we need to do that. We need to stay together right now, this community. We need to stay together because just like they're going to get through this, we're also going to get through this. We're going to stay together. There's a couple of actors. One's got a scarecrow type mask. Another one's got a skull on his head. It's to be continued. There will be 5-year-old NXT fans that absolutely love that. Right. Justin said, so is this NXT? It might be my last time watching. Listen, don't judge NXT by the Halloween specials. Otherwise, you would have stopped watching a long time ago. You're going to get this. They can't help themselves. They sit around a table and they're like, right, what should we do for Halloween? And then they throw in all these mental ideas and there's no one there to go, but should we? I hear what you're saying, but should we do those things? No one in the room seems to have the ability to filter out some of these creative ideas. And it happens every Halloween. But there's plenty to look forward to. We need a Jump Fury jump scare. Yes. Let's go. Harry said, I'm having trouble finding it. TNT3. So Winston said, it looks like Sean's got a sample of Tony Khan's cocaine. NXT is running away with the crown for best Halloween episode that we've seen this year in wrestling, says A. Jobson. It's true, innit? It is true. Best Halloween-themed episode called Halloween Havoc Night 2 that NXT has put on. Definitely. It's pretty on brand with Shawn Michaels' comedy, said Gerald's. Big Time said, I like it. It's just fun Halloween segments. Please don't continue, said Erase Your Mind. Right, well, look, we're at commercial break. It is to be continued. If you enjoyed it, then you got a second part to look forward to. If you didn't enjoy it, well, you've got a tea break coming up where you can go and make yourself a lovely cup of tea. Miss Armour Forever Firefly said, I accidentally broke the lock on my front door today. That's a sex thing, by the way. My husband isn't here. Oh my God. That's an affair. That's an affair. I understand what Mrs. Armour is saying there. Look at the words. I accidentally, so claiming it's an accident, that's what they all do. Broke the lock on my front door, right? Front door. Yeah. Today. My hubby isn't here. I accidentally slept with someone, right? Yes, there was penetration. And it's because my hubby isn't here. That's what I'm reading there. That's what I'm reading. Let's carry on. I called the base to get a repairman from his batch. Somehow that turned into Wayne's wife needs security. The house ain't secure. Mrs. Armour, I don't know what's going on, but it seems like there was a lot of people involved, right? Security, repairmen, front doors being knocked in, right? There's a lot of people involved here. So all I would say is get yourself a cup of tea. You've had a very busy day. And enjoy the rest of NXT. That's what I'm going to say. Flour. Yeah? Sugar. Jim said, this is getting dirty. I'm only reading what is being written. That's all I've done. Don't go coming after me. Flipping out. I'm only reading this. Right. Here we go then. Next, we've got... Is this going to be Nathan Frazer? It is. Are we going to get a new champione? Nathan versus Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom. What happened with the puppy-specific Lupe give me sippy on the big Pepe 111 to the type that should have influenza poop to poop together? Coach Co, I don't even need to look to see if that's you. I already know it's you. Hope you're doing well. Big Time said, I am sports entertained. Legend Killer said, we are back from the commercial break. Christopher said, does Trini need a locksmith? Listen, Trini's had enough attention today. She does not need a locksmith. Here is Dirty Dom, and he's dressed as a prisoner. Rhea is dressed as a prison guard, but she could have come dressed as the big boss man if she really cared. Dirty Dom has been unhandcuffed by Rhea. Elimination Chamber, February 24th from Perth, Australia. Crowd are booing. That's kind of a fun look, actually. Having Dirty Dom come down in handcuffs, and before each match, like, she unhandcuffs him and he's ready to go. That's a fun look, that is. They should have done that with nails back in the day, but I don't think they did. What have Dom and Rhea been doing backstage? Getting dressed, finding costumes. Here we go. North American Championship. 40 minutes in. North American Championship on the line. Let's go. 40 minutes into NXT. Nothing can stop Dom Dom, said Stand and Fight. Lock me up, Rhea, said Jim. I really hope that Dominik retains, said Hacker of Tomorrow. Kappa said they didn't have a special order those cuffs. Women used to have locked chastity belts. Good time to be a locksmith. Think about it. I don't think all women did. I don't know the history of chastity belts. That would have been in I don't know, certain countries, certain cultures maybe. But it wouldn't have been all women, would it? Perhaps it was just those ones that, like, you know, got tempted. They were ordered to wear this metal underwear that had a lock on. I mean, all I'd say is if you are tempted, where there's a will, there's a way, isn't there really? Even if you're wearing little metal pants with a lock on. Where there is a will. John Cena taught me never give up. That's what John Cena taught me. I'm dragged there by Nathan Frazer. And again, I love Dom's boots. He always has the best boots, said Stand and Fight. Daze, Dom is wearing fluffy boots. Is he? He's wearing fluffy boots. Is he not wearing white boots with... Oh, he is? I thought he was just wearing his white boots with tassels. Why is he wearing fluffy boots? When the flip do you see a prisoner in Uggs? The hell's this about? Why is he wearing fluffy boots? Looks like he's just finished his job as being dressed up as one of the flipping Muppets. Dom goes to the outsides. Was he the Yeti? Is that what he was? Was he the Yeti? Why did Solo have to give up the North American title but when he got called up, but Big Dom can keep it, said Def Con Prime Experience. I'd have to go back and look at it, but I think wasn't part of it that he wasn't the original opponent, and he replaced Carmelo's planned opponent and then won the title. So I think there might be something to that, but I'd have to go back and watch it. Remember, tomorrow, November 1st, I've got an important announcement tomorrow, said Tony Khan. Tony Khan, shout out to you, my friend. Miss Armour said, how could you cheat on me? Because Cena said never give up. How could you cheat on me? Because Cena said never give up. Yeah, but it's all right to cheat. But that's what Cena's saying. Cena's saying it's absolutely fine to cheat on your partner because you're never going to give up on your relationship, are you? Because if you give up on your relationship with your partner that's cheating on you, or you're cheating on your partner, then you've given up. And Cena says never give up. So it's basically Cena saying it's fine to cheat. It's absolutely fine. That's what I've took from John Cena over the last 20 years. It's why every one of my relationships has failed. Because I end up getting with quitters and people that you think would try harder, but instead they have standards. Overrated. Defcon Prime said the big Tony Khan announcement is this. He's going to make an announcement that he's announced an announcement of this announcement. I've got a coffee crisp chocolate bar, said Sonny. All right, Sonny, don't need to rub it in. The new Jacey looks like he's copying the return of Bray from 2022 by taking the outline of Bray's backstage confession speech to the septum ring and saying about us seeing the real him, says Erase Your Minds. Justin said, what animal did Dom kill to make his boots? Someone call Petter. Triton said, how dare you question Dirty Dom's prison fashion sense? I'm just saying, I was not aware that Uggs were allowed in prison. He's got a prisoner Halloween costume. That is pretty wild footwear if you are having a prisoner costume, isn't it? Don't remember nails coming down in furry boots. It was it was unexpected, that's all. It was a shock to the system. WWE fans, says Jim. It's true. don't know. I don't think I'd want to be in a relationship with a WWE fan. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I watch enough WWE and I talk about WWE enough. Imagine if, like, when you stopped watching the show, you then just had conversations about more conversations about WWE. Nah, forget that. I need to be with someone that can't stand WWE. I need someone that is disgusted by WWE. It'll keep me grounded. I need to be with someone that's like, you like WWE? Isn't that fake? Isn't that for kids? Shouldn't you be ashamed of yourself? I need to be with someone like that. I don't want to be with someone that's like, oh my God, do you think that Roman's gonna lose the title to LA Knight? But like, shut up. Shut up, you mark. I've been talking about this on stream for the past 3 days. If you want to have conversations like that, join in the chat. Where's my dinner? Gerald said, you see that abomination on NXT? Shawn Michaels lost Booker of the Year. By the way, make sure you tune in to my announcement tomorrow. Sincerely, not Tony Khan. Gerald, shout out to you. Oh, Bocce. Dominik started to sort of fall. Referee just asking if everything was okay because Nathan grabbed Dominik as Dominik was sort of falling. Flipping planted him anyway. That looked botchy, didn't it? Wrestle Andy said, I'm just tuning in. I was at a house show tonight. Drew's homecoming. That was beautiful. Drew McIntyre coming home. Oh. Bet you all got your haggises out, didn't you? Waving them in the air. Woo! Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. Oh, he grabs. Oh, he didn't kiss her, though. He should have kissed her, man. He should have kissed her. Defcon Prime said Big Con Dom is wearing Dan Spivey boots. Dan Spivey? Let's go. Oh, Nathan Frazer goes up, gets dumped to the outside. Oh, gets caught on the ropes. Nasty landing. Shut up, you flipping mark. Dominik to the outsides. Suzanne said off key. No, that's how you do it in Scotland, bud. That's how you do it. Nothing's sung in key in Scotland. You sing off key to keep warm. Whoa, big superplex. Oh, twisting net breaker. 1, 2. Shoulder up. The #1 trend right now on X. The #1 trend is hashtag Trini is a dirty woman. That is the #1 trend right now. Oh, the women's championship was slid into the ring. Oh, 1, 2. Nathan is just really hurling Dominik around brutally. Drop kick to the back there. Nathan over by the ropes. Dirty Dom. Got him in position. 619. Oh, super kick there by Nathan. Nathan goes down. Dominik goes down. Rhea on the outside with her championship. She doesn't know what to do. Get your boobs out. Get your boobs out. Sometimes these wrestlers just need a little bit of clarity in these moments of chaos. Oh! Nathan gets pushed to the outsides, hits the commentary table. That's a good little moment from Rhea. Dirty Dom, big splash. Dirty Dom going for the cover. 2, 3, Dirty Dom wins. Dirty Dom wins. What did our community vote? Eh? Don't you better not have got this wrong. Dominik, 64%. Yay! Yes. There we go. Dirty Dom on his own by himself. He killed it, man. Killed it. He pushed Nathan into the commentary table. Big splash. Nathan Frazer now has to go through the rest of his life knowing that he is not a better wrestler than Dirty Dominik Mysterio. Super kick by Wesley. Wesley has returned. They sort of botched it on production. Wesley stomping on the back of Dirty Dom. Dirty Dom rolls out the ring. What other matches are there tonight? Carmelo against Ilja. Thea and Jacey against Chelsea and Piper. Robert Stone against Bron Breakker. Kelani against Lola. That's my title! Right, we're backstage with Chase U and Jacey Jane. Congrats, you now know what it's like to be a champion. You should be thanking me. Last week, you tried to cheat. Oh, hello, here's Thea. I haven't paid for a meal in a week. Do you understand the power of these things? Champ University. Keep momentum going. Win those championships fair and square. Oh, hello. Here's Tony and Stacks. We're going to get even. Yes, sir. You owe us. Duke said you'll get your rematch. Okay. Oh, hello. In the background, we've got Isla and Alba. Have they changed costumes? They've been busy, haven't they? It was only about 20 minutes. Have they managed to do that in about 15, 20 minutes? How's she managed to get her green all over her body in 20 minutes? Do you know, it's almost as if that little backstage thing we saw earlier, it's almost like that was recorded last week. Bron Breakker against Mr. Stone. We need an update on Fallon's leg injury. I hope NXT gives us a segment about it, said I Am Famous. Daze, Tony Khan's announcement is that John Fury is all elite. Michael said, I think Trick is going to try and help Melo, but accidentally screw him over, which gets Melo to betray Trick and announce that he was the mystery attacker, says Michael. The guy said, I assure you, we have no simps in this community. That's good to know. That's good to know. Because we're here to watch wrestling. Yeah? We're not here to swoon over the human body. Thank you very much. Leave that to other channels. Yeah? Like Wrestling Simps. Which is my second channel. It's not, but it should be. These scenes have been awful on NXT, says Brandon. Daze, he hasn't paid for a meal. Roman must be getting into everywhere for free, says Bembo. Why do you think we don't see much of Roman? Just going around, man. He just literally goes from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant, not paying for a single thing. Just literally McDonald's to Wendy's to Denny's to Sonic's, Burger King, KFC, Waffle House, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell. Honda Rosa. He just keeps going around all these restaurants, doesn't pay a single thing. Big Time said, did anyone think that Nathan Frazer was wrestling a bit too fast? There was a lot of bad timing and missed cues. It was sloppy, yeah. Slow it down. Just get a headlock and hold on to it for about half an hour. Slow down. WWE for Life said, I should just keep my door open. There are kids knocking on my door every 5 seconds. I should just leave a glass bowl outside or throw the candy at them and close the door. Dude, it's really easy. Close the door, turn the lights off, and pretend you're not home. Done. Bing bong, trick or treats. There's no one in. I'm at the shops. Go away. Merry Christmas. Bing bong. Do that. What happens if you say trick? I don't get it. What happens? Trick or treat. Trick. Trick. Do the trick. What trick? Oh, that's rubbish, innit? It's a load of rubbish. It's basically bing bong, give me candy. Why didn't they just say that? Bing bong, candy please. Candy, candy. I'm not allowed within 500 feet of children, said Justin. Oh, well, good time of year for you. Good time of year. Great excuse. You get tricked. Candy, candy indeed, said Gerald's. MJF and Kenny drew 472 on Saturday, said Big Time. Do you know there's an actual channel that's called Wrestling Sims? No. Is there? Oh my God. They're called Wrestling Simps. Wrestling Simp. Oh, I can't find them. Definitely on YouTube. On YouTube, I can't see them. Wrestling. No, I ain't got them. Oh. What if I Google search them? Wrestling Simps. Simpsons Wrestling. Wrestling Simp. On Instagram. Oh, do I want to click on this? I did want to click on this. Oh, yeah. Some... Jeez, Louis. Jesus! This is my new home. This is now my home screen. Wrestling Simps or Wrestling Simp. There is some real angels out there doing God's work in the internet wrestling community. God bless. Right, here's Chikara. Let's have a look. Let's go back to this barrel of laughs. Chikara is fainted. Here's Oro. He's got a bit of sandwich. Behind him is Boomer. It's not happening. He goes walking through a curtain. They've all become separated. There's strength in numbers. There's nothing here that can touch me apart from that man. Oh, I hit him with his sandwich. Tozawa? Ah! Tozawa was also there. The torch goes on the floor. Oh, Oro Mensah's been dragged away. Here's Lash. Here's Lash Legend. No. She thought she'd found it, but it was a different trophy. And that looked moody. Look at the size of that boomer! Jesus! Jesus! That boomer was like 10 foot tall. Here's Mr. Stone. Kidnap him. Do you remember when Omos was Tozawa's giant ninja? He was a giant ninja in the Street Profits Viking Raiders cinematic match as well, wasn't he? That was one of the first times we saw him. Mr. Stone versus Bron Breakker. To be continued. God, it still continues, said Justin. That dude is dead. Darren said, does anyone think LA Knight is going to beat Roman at Crown? I don't think so. I don't think... maybe there is someone out there that thinks he is going to do it, but it's not that it's impossible. It's just, it's not likely, is it? This is cinema, says Big Time. Did Bron kill that guy? No, he didn't. He tried, though. Mr. Stone is in the ring. For some reason, it's all lowercase on screen. Maybe because subliminally, this isn't a very intriguing match. But I do think there's a chance that we're going to see Vaughn get involved, and it might be that he helps Mr. Stone get the victory. RH Martin said, this is going to be short. Like I said, this is about to get biblical. This is one of them... How seriously has Robert Stone taken this when you look at his footwear and what he's wearing? Number one trend on X, Halloween Havoc. Mr. Stone is back in the corner. Bron goes over as Mr. Stone moves out the way. Oh, man, I just saw a dude in the crowd dressed as Paul Bearer. He looks so good. He's dead now. Just reminds me of people we've lost. That's all. Bron is going to destroy him so bad. John said, how would AEW book an icon like Ric Flair? Well, apparently he's sticking around till March, isn't he? So, I mean, I don't know if he's going to have matches. Oh, man, there's someone dressed as Goldust. Some great costumes in the crowds. Bron grabbing the vest top of Mr. Stone. Yes. Look at the Paul Bearer. Oh, man. There are some great costumes. If LA did win by any chance, it might be DQ, said Susan. Is that Triple T? Who? Is who Triple T? In the ring right now with Bron, yes. It's Triple T. I think the ringside collectibles Danhausen is awesome looking, said Defcon Prime Experience and more. Tony will book Rick to wrestle, and that will be the end of me and AEW, said Mrs. Armour Forever Firefly. Bron grabbing Mr. Stone, picks him up. Side suplex. Mr. Stone is down. Bron is going to destroy Mr. Stone more badly than he did Von Wagner. Chucky costume in the crowds. I've seen Macho. I've seen Paul Bearer. I've seen Goldust. Bron getting ready to spear Mr. Stone. Oh, brutal spear. 1, 2, 3. Bron wins. Bron wins. All you Mr. Stone simps in tears right now. Oh, I love Mr. Stone. Yeah, he just lost. He's a flipping loser. Grow up. Right now, he's gonna, yeah, do it, Bron. Mess him up. Mess him up. Smash his head in and do it right in front of Alexa. Bron grabbing the ring steps. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. If he does it, I'll give this show 10 out of 10. Oh, Von is here. You got time. You can still do it. He could have done it, man. He could have done it. You know, Bron's been out for a good few weeks. I'd imagine that would be the end of Mr. Stone. Bang! Bron gets planted onto the ring steps. Boo! Bron picking up the ring steps. Bron moves out the way. Now they're trying to separate Bron and Von. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. He ruined this. He could have seen a murder. That would have been cool. That would have made today feel like it was noteworthy, wouldn't it? That'd be something for the diary. Today I witnessed a murder. Make him humble. There is Carmelo. Did you forget your face now? I've never been face. What are you on about? Never been face. Just like you've never been faithful. I'm joking. Halftime scores. We'll do it. I'd like to see someone dressed as Daze, said Suzanne. There's no one fit enough, mate. There's no one fit enough, is there? It's easier to dress down than it is to dress up. If you're a 5, it's very easy to make yourself a 4 or a 3. But if you're a 5, you can't make yourself a 9. And I'm humble. I'm a 9. We got a video package about Lyra. Thank God Von was there. Triple T was in trouble. Imagine if that was Triple T. Imagine if we witnessed his murder. That would have definite repercussions for the Wrestling Escape Pod. 2 women in a match that made history. I'm so proud of you. I don't remember that. Was that an exclusive on the network or something? I don't remember this. What's this? The Irish Sun. The Sportster. Is Lyra the next big thing? Ireland's newest champ. Ireland AM. Ireland AM. Why was there no woman on the sofa? It was 2 guys. Sexist. Right now, guys, we've got a woman joining us. It's a good bit. I'm finding it very interesting. Lyra Valkyria. A. Jobson said, I'm a 10-piece baby. Lyra returns next week. The NXT Women's Champion returns next week. Right. Chelsea Green, Piper Niven against Thea Hale and Jacey Jane. What the flip is Ireland AM? It's Ireland in the morning. Yeah, they could be like Good Morning Ireland. They could go with that, couldn't they? You know, Good Morning America, Good Morning Britain. Halftime scores. We can do it. We've just got a little video package right now that we're watching. John Cena. Solo Sikoa. Riyadh. Live this Saturday. Special start time. Yeah. Streaming exclusively on Peacock. Halftime scores, everybody, it's the halftime scores. I really want to know your halftime scores. Put it in the chat. Halftime scores, everybody, it's the halftime scores. Are you happy? It's the halftime scores. Are you happy or you sad? Halftime scores, everybody, it's the halftime scores. I should get that recorded. If I got it recorded, I could just press play then. Just sit here like this. Right. WWE for Life said, I love your costume, thank you. Didn't take too long. I think it was Lexis King that attacked Trick, says James. Marty said 7. Draco said 7.5. Gerald said probs are 6. Christopher says 8. Mrs. Armour Forever Firefly said 7. Cosmic Tron said 6.5. Gerald said the only thing keeping it from a 5 was Dom's dub and the Creed match. A. Jobson said 8 pumpkins out of 10. Mr. Wayne said 7. Smurfy Toon said 10 out of 10. I'm happy to see Daze singing. Brony said 6.75. Marty said 7. Aaron says 8. William said it's Halloween. Time for the annual Bannerthan. Ready, mods. Let's go. Oh, Bannerthan. 6.5 Tingling. 6.75 from Shaquem. 9 just like Daze, said Joseph. Joseph, shout out to you. Big Time said 7. I'm having a blast. Thomas says 8. Mr. Tar Heel fan said 7.5. No Fear said 7.8. Tyler said 7. Corey said Daisy's costume is a homeless person. It's true. It's your mum. Zoom Station said 6. Legend Killer said 6.5. Jonathan said 7.77. Tracy said 7. Hacker of Tomorrow said 6. Anthony says 10. Trey Gaming says 6. David said bring back the classic NXT title and make it an NXT Legends title. Michael said we have no chin as women's champion. Let's go, James Ellsworth. Daze is a 10, says the guy. Brandon said 4. Miss Clown said decent show. No Fear said 7.6. 7 Scorp said 6.66 out of 10. Anthony said 10. Matty says 7. Anthony says 10. Pro Wrestling Fan said 7. Lewis said 7.7. Big Time said, I will say last week was better, but this week is good. AR1 said, it's your mum. It's your mum. it's your mum. Jordan said, did the NXT Women's Breakout final? No, it hasn't. It hasn't. Royal Blue Shirt said 7.5. Right, we are back to the action. We've got 45 minutes left to go. Hashtag NXT Loud. Official theme, New Year's Day. Here is OTM. Out the mud. I met these men. Do you think my life was sipping wine? Yeah, I'm Reggie, but back home they call me Scripps. Why was you wearing that stupid costume? Hard sell this is. So he's cutting a promo about OTM 2 weeks ago in the Bada Bing Bada Boom Battle Royal. You're either somebody or you're nobody. And we're somebody. Dude, you wore a stupid mask and you was doing this in the air. Shut up. Jacey Jane, Thea Hale. Daze needs a big necklace that said Daze and some gold teeth. Yeah, and then I can talk about how you don't understand the struggle. Has she come out? Was she come out as like some sort of cat or something? Why are they doing that against the ropes? Thea and Jacey just ran against the ropes and they were both like bouncing off them. So it looked like they weren't sure what to do, so they just thought, we'll do that. We'll do that. Right, Jacey and Thea are going to be in action next. They're going to be taking on Chelsea and Piper. Now, these two have been killing it with their costumes. What have they come dressed as today? These be something new. Chelsea looks like she's just come dressed as Chelsea. She looks like she's took a leaf out of my book. Something's gone wrong there, hasn't it? Hasn't something gone wrong? Because Piper's come out dressed as like some sort of creature. Venom, at a guess. I have no idea. Chelsea's come dressed as Chelsea Green. Reggie is a thug now. He's a thug. He's a street thug. No Heart Foundation. Chelsea took a leaf out of my book. She came dressed as herself. Scripps was really in a gang in the past, said Nelson. Must have been a rubbish gang. Must have been the least intimidating gang in the world. Loser. Where is Piper's facial hair gone? Laser removal surgery. I am famous because I was in the news today, said Lewis Lugo. Lewis, shout out to you. I don't know that you should be too proud of armed robbery, but listen, got you in the paper. Against the ropes goes Thea. Goes colliding into Chelsea. Chelsea goes down. Thea crossbodies Piper. Piper grabs Thea. Jacey collides into Thea. Thea lands on top of Piper. Chelsea down. Piper down. Oh, suck it. She said B words. Oh my God. Suck it. Oh. Sometimes they do say that, though, don't they? They do say the B word sometimes, but not with such aggression. Oh, my God. Honestly, my first reaction was to write a tweet complaining and in Triple H. But I've had a word with myself now. This man, Reggie, went from being a servant to a circus performer to a superhero to a gangster. What's he going to be next? The dentist? Oh, God, I hope so. I hope so. I could do with being checked over. But then when I said that he was in a gang and it was probably the least intimidating gang ever, he might hold that against me. You don't want to upset your dentist, do you really? Keep your dentist sweet, guys. Keep your dentist sweet. Daze, what if Reggie was a huge heel as Scripps and would next book him as either a face or a heel character? Read my comment, lol. What if Reggie was a huge heel as Scripps? How would you book him as a face or a heel character? How would I book him? It's hard to book Reggie because you've done a few different things with him and they've pretty much all been cringe. So if you're trying to get credibility out of him now, it's a real challenge. So I suppose just keep persevering with these. You need to make a statement. He's going to need to do something pretty horrific that's going to quickly divert attention away from the fact that he was faffing around in some sort of weird black and orange superhero costume. You know, we need to do some pretty brutal beatdowns or like really cross some lines, you know. I'm thinking attacking someone's family. Like, I'm thinking of, like, what can we do that's really like, whoa, did you see what they just did? You know? It needs to be something that's kind of a bit shocking. Certainly something that's credible. And then maybe we can build upon that. So keep him where he is. But it is definitely going to be a challenge to make Scripps credible. Because we've done so much that just has not been credible. I like the two guys that he's with, though. They seem pretty cool. That Nima and Price, they seem pretty cool. They've got credibility about them, but yeah, it's going to be a challenge. Big Time said, am I the only one that's noticed that when WWE does a 2-night or a 2-week event, the first one really delivers, and then the next show finds it a hard time following up? Well, that is certainly true, seemingly, of WrestleManias. Like night 1 tends to be solid, night 2. But I can't really give examples of TV shows because we don't really do it, do we? But WrestleManias have certainly proven that night 1 tends to be the stronger night. Don't know about WrestleMania 36. 38 and 39, definitely. 37? Was night 1 stronger of WrestleMania 37 than night 2? If it was, it would have been close. But 38, 39, definitely. 36, I can't remember what night was stronger, to be honest. But I'd agree, last week was better than this week. I agree. Do you think Ava Raine will interfere to help Roman win because Paul Heyman was talking to her? No. Definitely no. Scripts and Out the Mud characters are supposed to be like Florida Haitian gangsters. That's what I'm thinking. Do you miss one night WrestleManias? Not if they're going to be 6 hours long. I like one night WrestleManias if they're going to be, say, 3.5 to 4 hours. But we got to the point where they were really long, so no, I don't miss those. DDT there by Thea Hale. Okay, we are back to the action. We've got just over half an hour to go. We are back. I've been here, but I'm only just chatting, said WWE AEW fan. WWE AEW fan, shout out to you. Thea Hale. Clothesline by Jacey. Forearm strike by Jacey. Chop by Jacey as well. Step up Enziguri. Chelsea goes back to the corner. Piper's face paint is badass, said Kevin. Down goes Piper. Jacey screams out. She charges over, collides into Chelsea. Brutal, mate. Brutal. I wonder if Glenn Jacobs dressed up like Kane and if Mark dressed up like Undertaker for Halloween. Wouldn't it be nice if they did each other? That'd be nice. Undertaker has dressed as Kane before. Chelsea goes against the ropes. This thing's got to end soon, hasn't it? Spinebuster by Jacey. 1, 2. Saved by Piper. In comes Thea. Thea trying to take Piper over, but she hasn't got the momentum. She's on the shoulders. Oh. Face first. Knee strike there by Jacey. Kick coming in by Chelsea. Chelsea and Jacey going up against each other feels a little bit like flipping, you know, Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other. See a lot of similarities between these two. What happened to Ilja and Alba? Yeah, that's a good point. They were going to be causing carnage and havoc, weren't they? Duke is trying to get the crowds fired up. Jacey went over to use the tag titles. Andre Chase says, "You've got this." Unprettier connects. 1, 2, 3. Wow, wow, wow. They didn't. Do you know what? Turns out they didn't have it. Turns out they didn't have it. Chelsea and Piper have retained. Jacey and Thea have lost. I wonder if Thea's going to blame Chase U again. I've dressed as Daze before, said Jake. Let's go. I hate Chelsea's finisher, said Gerald. OTM is booked now, how I assume a heel crime time would have been. Listen, I'm down. I like them, and I don't mind scripts being with them. It's just a hard sell in it. It's just they're going to have to do some serious work. There is Ilja and Alba. They've changed costumes again. The wheel is spinning. Just walk away. Right, we're backstage with Lexis King. So it looks like Chelsea and Piper are on a collision course to face Ilja and Alba. I'm pleased that the name Lexis King has created quite the buzz around here. One thing's for sure. This is my life, and I'm going to start doing things my way. Wait till you see what I do next. We were just building some chemistry. Where are you going? Has he got a pot of green M&Ms next to him? Booker T, Vic Joseph. Lexis King, I hate that name. It's Brian Pillman Jr. Chelsea trying to rip off Christian's kill switch. William said, question, Isla Dawn is a UK lady. How does one tell a lady across the pond they are down if they need to go to Pound Town? Does it take a different tact? How does one tell a lady across the pond they are down if they are to go to Pound Town? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Are you trying to hit on them? Or are you trying to say that you are so cheap you belong in, like, Poundland? You're so cheap, I could buy you in Dollar Tree. Is that what you're trying to say? I think, William, you need to work on your communication skills, to be honest, because if I don't understand what you're on about, ladies won't, because everyone knows they've got lower IQs. Kelani taking on Lola. Down to Pound. It's really easy. Just my PP. Your boo-boo. Like that. And then the women are like, oh, God, yeah, I'd love that. And then you go, shut up. Shut up. Did I say you could talk? That's it. Corey said, oh, Days just got cancelled. No, guy, I've got a new spirit animal now, Andrew Tate. I've told you. Andrew Tate's my new spirit animal, and this is what he told me. Lexus King attracts Trick. He was hired by Mello, said Gerald. Brian Pillman Jr. can get it, said Hagen-Dazs. Right, here we go. We are underway. Kelani Jordan versus Lola Vice. Lola. Hurling Kelani against ropes. Kelani looking for a backslides. Almost getting it. Kick coming in by Lola. Kelani. Trip. Lovely work. 1, 2. Kick out by Lola. I really like Kelani Jordan. I love that arm drag she does. Drop kick. Lola obviously has got big potential as well. She's look at the kicks. Bang, 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 bang. And we still got Sol Ruka to return. Lola, hip attack. Happy Halloween, Carmen. Carmen live, shout out to you. Oh, look, she's like, oh, yeah, I know how you feel, Kelani. I know how you feel. Lola Vice's attire is, says A. Jobson. Can't wait to go to NXT Deadline. Gotta cheer Demographic Dom in person, said Gerald. Hagen-Dazs, shout out to you. Right, we are at commercial break. We got 26 minutes to go. 26 minutes left. We've still got an NXT Championship match coming up. And we still got to crown the winner of this women's breakout tournament. William said, I am 100% behind Days. A man has got to be a man. Or get out the way and let a real man have a go. Let's go. Let's go. Merry Christmas, says the guy. Merry Christmas! Right. Let's go back. Come on, let's go. Lexis King. Christopher says sad. Do you think Sol Ruka will win this tournament if she wasn't injured? No. Because I think she's been around too long to qualify for this tournament. So I don't think she'd be in this tournament. Right. Do you think Carmelo Dragunov is like third trilogy? Do you the Carmelo is like the third trilogy. What do you mean? I don't like the match, to be honest. I've seen it, and I don't feel that I need to see it again. I would much rather that we were getting a different matchup tonight. But the whole trick thing will probably play into it. I'm just back from WWE Live here in Glasgow, said Watson. It was a good show. I love seeing Drew back in Scotland, and also how LA Night is awesome, said Watson. Watson, Wrestling with Andy, told us it was very emotional as everyone was waving their kilts around in the air for Drew, welcoming him home back to Scotland. All the adults and the kids had their little glasses of whiskey, single malts, Glenfiddich and all of that, Glenlivet. Raising a toast, haggis in that hand, whiskey in this hand, kilt swinging away in the breeze. Beautiful evening. Beautiful evening had by all in Glasgow. And then to round it off, a massive fight after. Big fight, bottles being broken. Ah, freedom! The perfect night out. Right. We are underway as Kelani rolls up Lola. People there were being ejected for waving their kilts too high. I know that's a lie. Legally in Scotland, there is no too high when it comes to kilt wearing. Come on. I heard that's you don't carry ID around. You just, you know, if someone in off license asks, are you like 18? Apparently in Scotland, it's just... That's it. Quick flash of the old Johnson. And the clerk should be able to tell that said person is of age. So I don't believe there is such thing as too high, Wrestle Andy. I ain't buying it. Kelani, oof, flips over, drops a leg on Lola. But leave the Scottish people alone, said Alan. I love the Scottish people. It's all love. They can have a go back, can't they? Eh? They can have a go at us English. Oh, you English with your good looks and your wit and your sparkling personalities. Oh. Ooh. Kelani over by the ropes. Duck underneath by Kelani. Down goes Lola. Kelani trying to put Lola away. Oh, that looked like it had been reversed by Lola because it was Kalani's knee that got driven into the ring. Kelani kicks out at Electra Lopez. Split leg moonsault. We've seen her do that a few times, Kelani. Kelani getting back up to her feet. Kick there by Lola. Kelani goes down. 1, 2, 3. Lola wins. Lola is the breakout superstar. Daze, I returned to St. Mary Hildebrand in Hall Griffiths on Saturday to see Backbreaker Wrestling. It's another N-Dub Indiana wrestling company. Well, I hope you had a good time, buds. Daze, also, what culture was there at the show that you're talking about, says John. Waving their kilts around, getting their Johnsons out. God bless them. Lola Vice wins the 2023 Women's Breakout Tournament. She does. Well done. So what has she earned? Is it a title match? Okay, we're going back to the haunted house. We're with Scooby-Doo. Has anyone seen my cup? It's got my name on it. Tozawa! Oh, there it is. Just grab it and go. Found it. Noam said, this is the best day of my life. What did they do to you? Getting close. He got close with his tongue. He was like... That's never been cleaned. We're the Championi. Oh dear. Been approached. Row. He did Scooby-Doo talk. Row. What do you need? Do you need a family? Do you need a home? Zawa snatches the Heritage Cup back. All I want is a Heritage Cup match. Noam said, no way. You didn't even get a point in the tournament. That's true, actually. Noam says, all right, next week. Match made. See you next week. Oh, it's been consumed. Oh, dear. I've got a question. Is Sol Ruka a face or a heel? I think she is a face. Here is Carmelo. I give that segment a round of applause, said the guy. Noam and the trophy is a true love story. Shaggy is taking a nap. Do your best, yeah. Yeah. That level of yeah is about the same level of chance I give LA Knight winning. In fact, why don't you acknowledge your tribal chief, WWE for life, eh? Why don't you acknowledge your tribal chief? Should be throwing up the ones. Should be throwing up the ones for one of the greatest champions we have ever seen. That was the best year ever, said Smurfy. But it was, I mean, it came from the heart, in all fairness, you know. I didn't phone it in. Ilja is so hot. WWE AEW fan says we're at commercial break. Where's WWE for life, eh? Where's the acknowledging? Acknowledge how great that segment was, said the guy. We all need to acknowledge Roman, says the hacker of tomorrow. Dragunov with a goatee and a moustache looks like a sexy gentleman. Big time, have you been hacked? Is that what's happened this evening? I feel like you've been hacked. Corey said, justice for Trick. He's the guy. Remember Triple H and HBK in 2002, said Corey. Kevin said, I wonder if Trick will come out and says he's found some backstage security cam footage and it'll show who it was. Do you think Sol Ruka will be a big main roster star? She's very athletic and has an amazing finisher. I think the potential is there, but I need to see her promos. I mean, in ring, she can do some stuff. She looks very athletic, but You know, is she going to stand out when she's standing next to a Raquel, or when she's standing next to a Jade, or when she's standing next to a Rhea? Because these are the people she's going to be competing with. I feel like she is definitely going to go to the main roster, and I think she'll definitely provide something. But can she do enough to make herself stand out? Because I would say her look is quite bland. I'd say her wrestling is very good, and I don't know about her promos. So, need to get her back. We need to see a bit more. I think I've enjoyed wrestling more without having adult responsibilities. I blame growing up, says William. I'm done. Oh my God, William has left. William has gone. Better TV couple, Dominik and Rhea, or Noam and the Heritage Cup? I'm going to say Noam, because I feel like there's a genuine love there. I don't feel a genuine love between Dominik and Rhea. They never kiss on the lips. I applaud you for your efforts and making a wish to the community, says Smurfy Toon, shout out to you. The guy said, let's appreciate the fact that Triple T is still with us. He nearly got murdered on live TV. I know. Disappointing, wasn't it? I would love to have seen Triple T get murdered. Just keep pushing. Green, said 7. Scorp. Where's he gone? Where's WWE for Life? WWE for Life was like, do your best, yeah? Do your best, yeah? Yeah, well, I did it. Where's the acknowledging, eh? Eh? Works two ways, this does. It's not a one-way street. Works both ways. Christopher said, growing up is what we do. We knew it was going to be that way. Triple T is killing it. What happened to Lash, Oro, and Jakara? They didn't follow up on that. They did. They did. Disappointing. Not a big loss, but disappointing. Gerald said, you know, it's Halloween when Daze constantly wants people murdered on live TV. Halloween, Christmas. The feelings remain the same. Green is my favorite color, said 7 Scorp Sag. Daze, how about you acknowledge me instead of Roman, said WWE for Life. You're not my tribal chief. You're not my. I've never heard Paul Heyman going on about WWE for Life. As far as I know, Roman is the head of the table. He's the tribal chief. Got another change here. Look, now that is this Maleficent? What a perfect evening filled with monsters and mayhem. They haven't done anything? He might have got a win tonight, but I want Breakker next week. Hello, Boa. Boa in the back. I haven't seen Boa in forever. Is that Boa having a word with Dante Chen? You're not ready for the match, says Mr. Stone. He's in good shape, isn't he, actually, Mr. Stone? Can we just give him some credit? I'd be pretty chuffed if my body looked like that. It looks like that, but with about 200 pounds added on top of it. Vaughn says, just get the match made. He really wants to get his hands on Bron. So, next week, Noam Dar taking on Akira Tozawa. Dream match! Dream match! Lyra Valkyria returns next week. Definitely. Deadline. Iron Survivor Challenge qualifying matches begin next week. Let's go. NXT deadline is coming up. Is the main event going to get about 5 minutes? Said WWE AEW fam. That's all it deserves. NXT championship match is going to have 5 minutes, and that is all it deserves. Justice for Trick. As Ruka Riddle, don't need to because Riddle's cancelled. Triple T is rip, says the guy. That's true, actually. He did look very good. Max said, what percentage are you saying for Drew's chances of winning the title on Saturday? %20 chance. I think there's a chance. 1 in 5. Go for that. Mello screwed Trick, said Mr. Quake. Quinn said there's a 15-minute overrun. Jesus. Why? Don't need an extra 15 minutes. Oh, he's got smoke coming out his face. The Mad Dragon breathing fire. Trick screwed Trick, said Gerald. Oh, I love that. That's really good. Trick screwed Trick. Paul Bearer in the crowd said, Wrestle Andy. Dragunov over to the corner. No mercy rematch. I mean, he never lets us down. Ilja Dragunov doesn't know how to just phone in a match. Ilja Dragunov stands atop of NXT, and I love it. I love it. I watch Raw for Sammy. I watch NXT for Ilja Dragunov. And I watch SmackDown for Michael Cole. Carmelo Hayes getting his intro. During the show I attended at Backbreaker Wrestling, it ended with new Backbreaker Wrestling Legacy Champion, Tag Team Champions, and a Heavyweight Champion. All change at Backbreaker Wrestling by the sounds of it. Going in a brave new direction. What if they give Dragunov an actual dragon like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat? Then we're starting to get a little bit closer to the golden era and a little bit closer to heaven. Cameron said, happy Halloween from America. Great stream. I've been watching your videos since 2020 and I love the energy and knowledge you bring to wrestling. Keep it up. Cameron, thank you for the kind words, dudes. That's very kind. That's a level of respect that I think needs to be wider shared amongst the community, to be honest. Cameron, I appreciate it, my friend. If I hadn't been in such pain over the past 24 hours, I think the streams could have been even better. I don't know, hard to believe. But I am currently enjoying a steady diet of aspirin. And flirting with the idea of popping to the doctors. So, yeah, I appreciate people. If I don't quite see myself, you know, let's blame the pain, shall we? Let's blame the pain. Although all the sexist views that I've shared, I still stand by all of those. Let's not throw them out. Right, Ilja and Carmelo are down. As we go to commercial break. Do the British celebrate Thanksgiving, says Mr. Quake. No. No. You would think that we would give thanks, not having to deal with you lot in America. But we don't. It's not something that we really... It's just nonchalant about it, to be honest. So, no, we don't. It's not a thing. Defcon Prime, shout out to you. Cameron, shout out to you. Gerald, shout out to you. Kappa, shout out to you. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate everyone joining us. go down. It's a 15-minute runoff, not 10, said French Fries. I think it's 10 minutes overrun tonight. Ask your chair for a match at Crown Jewel if it's hurting your back. It's still... It's just... Do you know what? I've got a whole world of problems. I think all the years of streaming catching up with me now. It's true. The chair's a bit rubbish. That gave me back trouble the other week. Now I've got my mouth that's falling apart. Getting old. I should just walk towards the light, shouldn't I? I can see the light. I should walk towards it. I mean, part of that reason is because I've got a massive one in front of me. And it's not that far away, so I wouldn't get very far. Oosie Juicy said, can you read my comments? Well, I just did. Is there a previous one, though? Because I can't see it. I can read your comment that says, can you read my comment? But I can't see any other comment that deserves to be read. Or even any other comment to read. Big Time said, when was the last time Tony pulled out the big announcement cards? Tony was probably going to have a mini stroke if he saw 700,000 twice. I don't think that anyone's going to tune in for his announcement. I think he's done it so many times now. I don't expect anyone to tune in. I can't imagine anyone cares. Maybe it's going to be actually big and it's actually going to be about streaming, which seemed to be what some were suggesting. So maybe it could be newsworthy, but we've gone to that well so many times. I don't think that's going to stop him doing another 700,000 if that's what he's thinking. Unless they leak what it could be and like really make it out that it is going to be big, you know, and then people might want to tune in to see that. Dragunov went down. He goes for a spinning back fist. I feel like the crowd lost all momentum, said A. Jobson. Mr. Quake said, so in the UK, it's just Christmas. We have, what do we have? Easter. We have Halloween, but it's not as big as in America. We have Bonfire Night. You don't have that. So back in like the old days, some boomer tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament. And ever since then, on the 5th of November, we set off fireworks to remember it. And we like do like burning the guy, which is where we have a bonfire and we'll have like a figure that gets burnt. And it's, you know, it's not really much of a holiday. It's just a load of people setting off fireworks, really. So that's the 5th of November. And then Christmas. There's probably other holidays, but those are the ones I know. Easter, Christmas, Halloween, and 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November. I think that's it. And your birthday. And New Year's Eve. Halloween isn't big in the UK. Not as big as in America. Kick coming in there by Carmelo. I mean, I keep saying it, but when I was young, like Halloween, you could go to shops and like buy some decorations or whatever, but it's not like... I remember walking around my town and there'd be the odd house that maybe had some decorations. And we lived on like quite a busy area. I mean, if we had one person a year knock on the door trick-and-treating, then that was, you know... It was... You'd wonder if anyone would knock on the door. If it was Halloween. Do you think we'll get a trick-and-treater this year? You know, we always had chocolate in anyway, so if someone did, then it was what it was. But it wasn't like the door was being knocked on all night long and it was some sort of big deal. I do think that it's got bigger, though, as, like, you know, the years have gone by, because the different companies know they can make money from it. It's become this big commercial thing. So it's definitely bigger, but I still couldn't imagine that it's even remotely close to as big as it is in America. But it's still definitely a time of the year that's noteworthy, you know? Maybe I'm wrong, but you might be on the way to 22. Kappa, dude, you've called it, but I think you're absolutely right. I think you're right. I think 22 is coming. It's a really good shout, that is, buds. Really good shout. Do you know what I'm feeling? Every part of me is feeling like I'm pretty much there. I think we're getting into the final innings of being 21. I've enjoyed it. Being 21 has been so good for me over the past 10 plus years. Jen and Lorelei. Yay! Shout out to you guys. Hope you're well. Avoid the light. It's Lorelei's May of sucking in the victims. She's already made it clear she's coming for you. Jennifer and Lorelei, I hope you are both well. Happy Halloween. I heard that Lorelei wasn't gonna dress as the devil this year that she is. She was gonna try and dress normal. That's what I heard. For anyone that doesn't know, Lorelei is my sworn arch enemy. And but I hope she's having a great Halloween. I hope she's had a successful trick-and-treating escapade. She should get double, in all fairness, because I don't go trick-and-treating, so she could have mine. Do you know what I mean? She should go around going, can I get extra for my friend Daze? And then just obviously not send it me. Just saying. It's fine. Right, both of these are down at the moment. Daze ain't getting any sleep now, that's for sure. That's true. I bet she's caused this as well, isn't she? I bet this is her fault. I haven't figured out how she's done it yet, but I bet this is definitely her fault. Ilja on his knees. Carmelo getting back up to his feet. Right hands coming in. Carmelo in the center. A couple of shots coming in. These two exchanging blows. So we are now into the overrun. 3 minutes into the overrun. We got another 7, 11, something like that. 7-11. Dragunov grabbing Carmelo. Oof, plants him down like a urinagi. Kick out. Backbreaker Wrestling debuted a new title that will be decided in a tournament. It's called the Backbreaker Wrestling Brass Knuckles Championship. What? A Brass Knuckles Championship? What's that about? Is it a boxing championship? Fists. It's weird for a wrestling company, isn't it? Working on the arm here, Dragunov. Kick coming in. Crowd a bit quiet. They are quiet, aren't they? I think I feel the same as the crowds. I love Dragunov. But it's really hard to see this title changing hands again, isn't it? Got a little yeah, she's got a voodoo doll. Oh, K-pop lover, you called it. You called it. That's it. Like that, isn't she? Yeah, you've called it. Dragunov looking to try and suplex Carmelo. Is it different, the poll you're doing here and the one outside of here? Yes! Oh, big boot there by Carmelo. There, we don't do 2 polls. We do one at... Well, we don't do 2 polls? We only do the one on the community tab. Dragunov trying to get back up to his feet. The people you love, Daze, always you do, but sometimes you hate them. The people you love, always you do, but sometimes you hate them, and some you hate, but hate after, question mark. I pretty much hate everyone, but I don't think I've ever met anyone that I like. Just a good way to live your life, I think. Avoids confusion, doesn't it? Boom! On the edge of the ring. Great work there by Dragunov. The NWA and WCCW used to have brass knuckle championships way back. Did they? Good knowledge, Channel Nem. Love that. Never heard of it. NWA, you say? No, I've genuinely never heard of Brass Knuckles Championship. Are you planning on watching the World Series? Nope. No, mainly because I've never watched a World Series. Here's Dragunov stripping the commentary table. Oh, the sweets went flying. Oh, God. He didn't have to do it dirty like that, did he? Oh, my God. He really held those sweets with aggression. Ah. Wow. There is unbridled range. That candy got it, man. Oh, Booker's tripping over his chair. Get the hell out of there, Booker. Ilja Dragunov has fired the crowd. That woman's going to throw up. She's so excited. That woman's... She couldn't cope, man. She couldn't cope. Bang! Oh, Dragunov's so cool. Oh, I want to be like him when I'm older. It's so good. Both guys are down on the outside. I've ordered some candy corn to try. Dude, if you like frosting, like sweet with tones of vanilla, if you if you like to pinch little bits of frosting, have a little nibble, you're gonna like them. I don't get this bad reputation that they've got in America. I don't get it. I can only imagine people have ate them too many times now and they've just, I don't know, got over them maybe. A bit like me with Seth Rollins' theme song. Big boot there by Dragunov. Or maybe they're just lower quality in America. Don't know. Perhaps they export the good stuff and they leave the waxy, horrible stuff internally. I don't know. But I liked them. I liked them. Candy corn is good, said Draco. Do you know, no, there's, honestly, we did a poll. It was like 65-35 people liked them, but there was a healthy vocal 35% that said they were garbage. Double knees by Carmelo, but Dragunov grabs him. Dragunov has got Carmelo up on his shoulders. Dragunov into the corner. Double knees! Dragunov, oh, off the ropes. H-bomb. Kick out. Oh my God! Come on, Dragunov! Oh, he just punched him right in the jaw again. I feel so sorry for him. Kick outs. I might buy myself some candy corn. Yeah, do you know what? You need to learn to respect it. We don't have it over here. We have to buy expensive bags that we have to import. It's like a drug deal. So if you've got it, like, readily accessible, you should count yourself lucky. Carmelo in the corner. Carmelo going up to that, Oh, dear. Oh, dearie, dearie. Oh, no. Here comes Trick. He's staring at Carmelo. Ilja Dragunov comes over, smacks Carmelo. Trick's come out, and he is moody, man. I've seen that look before from a load of my exes. Proper like, you messed up. You gone messed up. That's what that look says. You gone messed up. Bang! Excellent work by Dragunov. He's surely going to get the pin and the win, and he does. But the bigger story, what is the relationship between Trick and Carmelo right now? Are we going to find out? Because he ain't happy, is he? He ain't happy. Trick is here. I knew it, said Hacker of Tomorrow. Carmelo's down. Stupid ending, said Jonathan. I told you, Daze. As we knew, like some, not all, said Wan. Trick is back. Why Trick and at Mello? Well, we're going to find out. Friendship and betrayal. Boom. Is Trick a heel or a face? Well, I believe it was a face. But he got beaten up. And it sort of suggests him that he's blaming Carmelo. We're just watching replays at the moment. WWE AEW fan said it was a pretty fun match. Right, here we go. Come on. Send these replays. Don't care. I'll just watch the match. It was good. Crowd were a bit quiet, though. The Torpedo Moscow. Right, here we go. Here we go. Dragunov. Where's Trick gone? Oh, man, here we go. Carmelo is down. Trick's going to look to get into the ring. Here we go. Is he going to attack him? I mean, these two have been together from the start. Anything happen between these two, it's big deal. It's big deal. Back of his jacket said, whoop that Trick. Carmelo is still down. Trick goes walking over. Is he looking at his friend or is he looking... Is he going to help? He might put his hand out to help him up, mightn't he? Grabs him. Picks him up. Carmelo. Like a naughty child. Oh, what's happening? No, why are we leaving? What's going on? Baron has attacked Ilja backstage. I don't care about that. Go back to the ring. Back to the ring. No! No! You can't end there! Something's going to have happened between them two in the ring. There's no point not showing us, because all the live crowd are going to tell us. Ah! That's stupid! So he helps him up, they stare at each other. Well, something's happened. It was in front of live crowds. Do you know what? There's going to be loads of videos now of this is what happened after NXT ended. I know, because I'm going to make one. Why is Anderson Silva trending? Oh. He retired 3 years ago today. Well, what was that about? Carmelo. Rob Dendin. I can't see anything. You know there'll be clips. Probably bad reception, isn't there? I'm guessing that it was just a case that they probably just separated and walked their separate way. We don't know that it was him. We still don't know. He didn't attack him. He just helped him up. He might have been coming out to say, look, we've got work to do. I mean, if he is coming out to say that, it's a bit moody because he's just flipping cost him the match because he distracted him. So if his message is, I know who attacked me, we've got work to do. If I'm Carmelo, I'm going to be like, you couldn't have told me that after my match. You couldn't have told me that after my match. Ilja Dragunov puts him through a table. Now the question is, Trick Williams looking at his friend, or is he looking at the person that attacked him? It's going to be rubbish if it's his friend, innit? As we said, if that's his friend, he could have come out after the flipping match. He's just cost it. If that is his friend, he's a really bad friend. Trick is a really bad friend. Ain't no Trick was coming like that. Daze, you're using logic. It's the drugs. It's just the drugs, mate. Where's the footage? Someone can... I'm guessing. My guess is they stare at each other and then Trick walks off. And there's no more that happens other than what we saw on TV. That's my guess. But I'd still like that confirmed. Because he might be messing him up right now. I think Trick might be absolutely chucking Carmelo all around the performance center. That could be happening. I don't think it would, but it could be. I love the suspense, says Mr. Quake. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for my important announcement. Tomorrow, November 1, tomorrow, said Tony. They should have shown us footage on who attacked Trick, said Hacker of Tomorrow. I can confirm the Brass Knuckles Championship, as it was used as an accomplishment back in Florida Championship Wrestling, that Gordon Soley would often acknowledge in the early 80s. What is it, though? What does it mean? What is it? What is, Still nothing. What is a Brass Knuckles Championship? What are the rules? Straight Outta Compton just came on in USA. Okay. The film. I've never seen it. Some heel turns, some face turns, some surprises. They just kissed, said Jason. Oh, thanks, Jason. Oh, man. Why couldn't we have seen that? And then we could have been chanting, "This is wrestling. This is wrestling." I found out that Matthew Perry passed away, says Carmen. Yep. He did. In a jacuzzi. We've all got to go some way. Going in a jacuzzi. Could be worse, couldn't it? I mean, it might have been horrific, actually, but I still think it could have been worse. They probably shook hands and hugged it out. Mr. Quake said, like Whitney Houston. Did she die in a jacuzzi? Did she die in a jacuzzi? Whitney Houston? Let's have a look. Whitney Houston died 2012. Was it a jacuzzi? Where's the death bit? Death. Houston. On February 9th, rehearsals. The same day, made last performance. Yeah, she was in a bathtub. It's not as good. She was found unconscious, submerged in a bathtub. Somewhat cooler about a jacuzzi and a hot tub, isn't there? Hot tub, jacuzzi, bathtub. Just seems a bit average. Bit average, bit boring. Shower, found in the shower. Nah. Hot tub. Hot tub, jacuzzi. Do you think they will pay more for an after show? We don't need an after show. We've already had an overrun. But yeah, there's no footage. Well, I'll keep my eyes peeled. I'll see what comes out. Mr. Quake said it was a drug overdose. I haven't seen. I don't think they've said anything, have they? It's very, very sad. I really liked him. I liked his character. I don't really know him, but I said on Twitter, I think that show helped raise a generation. I mean, I remember everyone at school talking about it, and then when I went to college, everyone at college used to watch it, and everyone had their own favorite character. I'm sure there were people that couldn't stand the show and didn't watch it, but it just sort of felt like everyone watched it. And, yeah, a real shame. Elvis died on the toilet. I mean, that's the worst, isn't it? That's the worst. Right, we're going to call it quits there. Trick Williams is back, and we think Carmelo is the one that's guilty of attacking him. But we need to wait to next week, which is going to make next week juicy, isn't it? Next week will be juicy. We'll get our answers. I think the chances are they probably just walk their separate ways for now. There was no beatdown or anything like that. There was no attack. So, as we said, we'll wait and see where it goes. But lovely. Right. Appreciate the support. Thanks a lot for joining us. I'm going to put the poll thing up now so that you can get voting. If you are around tomorrow, join us tomorrow. Our spirit animal, Tony Khan, has got a huge announcement. This is big. It's a big, huge, ginormous announcement. It's coming tomorrow, and you can't afford to miss it. Don't you dare think that you're going to skip AEW tomorrow because you think this is just going to be another boring announcement. This is different. This is going to be big. So we're going to be live tomorrow, and we will react to whatever it is that Tony is going to throw in our faces. And we'll see... We'll see if it lives up to the billing. I actually think there's a chance that it could. And if it is going to be about like new streaming, like the new home of AEW, back catalog's going to be on there or something, could be interesting. So we'll see. There is an off chance that it is legitimately going to be a big announcement. So we'll be back for that tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.